tell the tendency is to keep going and keep going. For FPX though, their players can't hold the sides here. They're getting overwhelmed. And what was working so fantastically for FPX on their attack side bind, this ability to punish the aggression, just hasn't been coming through.
I mean, Forsaken's instantly updrafted and dashed forward to try and punish this Viper's Pit. It's almost like they were ready for it. And look, forced off the high ground, Togetsu has to hold close. The Prowler reveals his positioning. They know he's not up top anymore.
And that's huge info. Do they clear Shao as well? Not quite.
Oh, slight timing. The spam with the Vandal reveals him, and Forsaken wants to try and take the fight anyway. Moves through off the ropes.
Hindi ka magpe-play. Hindi nag-play na kami. AC Siege? Oh, shit. Hindi kayo nagsayang nga, hindi. Saan kayo naglaro? Nasa Discord lang kami. Tapos nilive ko.
Benkai calls for some kind of mid-round. Mind Freak has a position at bottom tube. And they choose not to get detected.
Ngayon, Grand Finals lang. Naglaro kami ng ano kanina eh. Unrated, tapos...
so thin. That was his cue, I think, as well. A lot of the big information gathering tools of FPX, the Haunt and the Knife was used a couple of seconds prior.
Thank you so much, share. Hello. Hello, Paolo.
How does the timing work here? Can he find a way past Zipan?
On the stairs, not necessarily favored, and Zipan. Bit of a reset there, the aim, he finds it in the end.
Oh no!
Here's him on the top of the
go Davai, let's go Davai. You got this.
He's trapped off to the side, up to Davai. 1v3 and no time to
Hello, hi Malfoy. Sorry, I played with my sub hub tonight. The people who were subscribed to me, and it took a little more than I expected. That's why my voice is like this. We were like laughing for hours. I lost my voice there. Thank you for the shares, guys. Around 5 or 6. Oh, okay. Naghintay ka pala.
Great answer for FPX.
I think you just heard Angel say as well, get the AWP, and Ardis says, yeah, I have, don't worry. So now Ardis with the operator, moving himself over to green.
We've seen this in prior matches.
That's where Forsaken has been updrafted to, and you can see that FPX are already thinking about it, looking to try and pre-fire it. But Forsaken's one step ahead, covering it with a cloud burst.
Counterplay upon counterplay. The adjustments that each team is making. Obviously the dash was enabled, has to spend it. Moves to the side, and the wall is forced out early. Burst down. Not going to be stopping him. In fact, Shao's ended up offloading a boatload of utility. Orb and a snake bite just to try and prevent too much from happening with the rendezvous. Though back to safety, but the Viper's Pit is down. Paper X will be finding over this one. 2 for nail, but the positioning.
You missed out on Ace. Yeah, I'm also live on Facebook. Pati top fan, hindi ko actually alam. Pero may mga mod ako na nagsabi na mga, hindi ko alam, nawala ng badge or nawala or hindi nagkaroon at all kahit in-invite ko din as mod. Parang pangatlo ka na yata nag-complain. Zipan!
3 kills. What a play!
Woo!
Can't reset it enough though. Benkai finally shuts this guy down. A menace. An absolute defining factor potentially in this round. And finally, a Nightfall to push the players back. No sound cues online. Hardis, you're already taking this one, but Mind Freak so close underneath time, running so low.
Hi, Echo.
Down to absolutely anything, but with the horn revealing it.
Oh? Oh no! Sayang. That was it. No. Don't peek, Shao. Oh, nice! Let's go. 7-2. Sila active nga sila eh. Nawala. Hindi, nag-inactive pala ata.
And Paper X almost let that one slip away from them.
Nawala din sila pala. Ibalik ko na lang yung badge mo pag di ka na ulit busy, saka nakakatambay ka na ulit sa live.
Paper X was determined to get the spike down in only one location. And I think FPX are already reading into that. The amount of utility they are dumping into the position next to Generator, they're never afraid of anything.
Sinong Sage? Si Shao? Shao or Jing?
Shao spamming.
Probably Shao.
But now again, aggressive play into mid. Paper X showing some different shades, I think, towards their Icebox gameplay. Walking up. They can hear that trademark, but his aggression once more being played. Ardis, risk being taken, backs away into his rendezvous, and Tippin with the re-clear, but the trade online, and so is the resurrect. The advantage just turned around.
Nasa cam shop ako.
trying
Oh,
to get them out safely.
Shao with the first blood.
And
Uy,
Shao
don't
is
start.
still there, holding a different angle.
Unbelievable.
Surely Angel doesn't get that as well. It's back to a 3v3 with
Let's
guns,
go
I
APAC,
think,
let's go
available to
APAC.
collect.
Gives him the
A
res.
resurrect.
Oh,
One each in the round, and that gives FPX the player advantage.
Walking into
they
the
can
second.
lose
Should
this.
know the noise being made that this is leaning towards the A site now.
Plan.
Plant. No players within the vicinity to try and disrupt this one. But it is that player advantage. FPX are working with it. Not the best weapons for the job, but 2 rifles still might be good enough for them. A flash to try and clear through, making sure nobody's holding. The post-plant positioning will be incredibly difficult to deal with.
They need to break this wall. Zipan's running through, trying to make himself the bait here. But he's just run out of the null command. Drops permanently, and Jing with a third.
What an angle to find, and a TP back away. Divine to the 1v1!
Oh, they lost.
A slow, patient approach. And it nets him the kill, it nets him the round.
Grabe.
And that is a thrifty. FPX barely brought anything into that round. And yet, every eco has been so dangerous.
Last player standing.
Sugetsu landing shots like that can't hurt either.
Just outstanding.
Look how calm he is.
Throughout this entire tournament, obviously coming in late, FPX were playing with subs, trying to earn their spot to even get to this point. Buying time for Sugetsu to get here.
And none of their players experienced at an international masters before.
No,
but you wouldn't believe it. You couldn't believe it.
Been denied too many times in the past, but this fight that could be taking place. The jump peak. Drops down, what a flick! Divine finds it. But do they expect this one still? Crossfire, Wall going to be blocking
Wala
this
laro
one.
na Miyuki.
One's going to be revealing it. Jing already taking so much space on top of his own wall. Moves
Nice,
out
Jing.
side.
Nice, Jing. Hold W gang.
Plays that he's known for.
Okay.
You cannot predict Jing. And look, they're not even allowing the players to get close for the retake.
Oh my gosh.
Applying so much pressure before Sugetsu.
Hold W is back.
Even a
Oh
fraction.
my goodness.
And just playing with it. Playing
No
with it.
way.
Paper X have gone from getting crushed on bind to playing with their food on Icebox.
It's relentless. It's like we're watching a different team.
Let's go, Paper
They'll
X.
drop off when it comes
Win
to
this,
confidence.
win
He's
this.
willing to take every single fight. We mentioned it prior, this guy, entire team of Paper X,
Woo!
mired with issues, players having COVID, having to play in isolation. This is Jing's first time playing on the stage here, and it's in the grand finals.
It can't be easy, but he makes it look it. Another eco.
Oh,
These are the
please
rounds
check.
that FPX have been looking
No!
dangerous.
Playstorm whiffing!
Nice mind freak.
Aware though of the aggressive play by
Nice,
Arnis, pushed across the ropes.
nice.
No sound cues being made, but
Angel's going for an ult here.
it's diligence, yeah, off to the side.
This looks like
He's
they
gonna
want to be
ult.
set up for a fast retake off the spike plant noise. Here it comes.
Plan coming
Oh,
through, it's
nice
gonna be the
ult
knife force
from
scanners.
mid.
Them all the way back, the rendezvous though, and now still in those post-plan positions. Jing can't hear anything. Prowler.
Uh-oh,
entire
Jing's
kitchen
gonna
sink
die,
just
I
being
think.
Thrown at him
They
into
know
this
where
corner,
Jing
but
is.
can he hold it down? Can he lock it down?
Nice.
Weaponry still not ideal, but it is the final
Oh.
round for them. Sugetsu comes through.
Oh.
Rifle is good enough.
Res.
Jing
No.
with that resurrector clean.
Nice.
finish for the first
9-3.
How
Every
many
game is
resurrects
9-3.
Jing
Every
had?
game is always
That's the
9-3.
third that I've counted at least. He just seems to put more and more on the board. 18 kills for Jing. And an awesome half from Divine
Let's
as well.
go Battle Sage.
Absolutely. Analyst desk, is this what you wanted to see from PaperX off the back of that map number 1?
I think this is what we all wanted to see after what happened on map number 1. We're used to seeing the Shao show, and who knew that there was a man in this tournament that can top the stuff that Shao's brought us. Jing, absolutely incredible.
He's been insane. What a turnaround to go from getting stopped on bind to first came on stage as well, and then to put up this performance on stage, who early in the tournament he played against Gilda, and it was potentially his worst map.
He's not got as many assists, you know. That's at least one positive.
I'm feeling himself, how dare he?
Yeah.
How dare he?
Maybe less assists means that he's just, capitalized getting his kills too.
Finishing his dinner,
Yeah,
that's what you
that's
call it.
it.
But
Noise
Imagine
pick. That's a
ending-
big pick.
Ending a half 18-10. You end the half 18-10 and you're a battle stage. I mean,
just the way that they're actually playing.
Let's
like,
go.
Giving them a moment's rest. Like this in particular,
Yeah, that
it's
was
just like
great.
you can't even predict that if you're on the other side. And I don't feel like a lot of this is like deep calls coming in from Benkai. I think this is them finally giving Jing that freedom to take over the game.
Yeah, I think this is Jing's great understanding of positioning, angles, and timing most importantly, because some of these times where it looks like he's about to int, he is, but his team is right behind him. He knows the spacing that they have, and it's really, really fun to watch.
Is it in though if you kill 2 and then die? Is that in?
Absolutely not.
It's only inting after you've killed the second and then you carry on. So then it still counts.
Overheating.
He got 5 in 1 round. That was alright. Not
True.
bad.
Too bad. The man does well. Look, this is a stark difference from the previous map. Their pace has kept up. They are now the ones dictating the pace, and that was not very present in Vine. So I think this is something they've learned. Maybe they've shaken off a bit of the nerves as well. Jump around, you know, get the blood flowing a bit, and now they're on stage. They go, all right, now we know what to expect. Now we know how to do things. Looking better.
Yeah, we're moving to the attacking side though for FPX. This is
My
where
heart
they swung
strong.
in their favor against Optic. It's a 6-6 half after Optic kind of swung,
Benkai.
a bit of a lead in the beginning, but this is the half as well where they can accept the aggression really, really well from Paper X, and it's on their own terms.
Well, it's FPX that has to try and get back into this map now. I'm very excited, Brandon Saisho, to get into the second half.
We'll see what answers FPX have got for us here heading into map number 2. Of course, they're leading the series here in our grand finals of Masters Copenhagen. Paper X definitely rebounding with great confidence.
Look at Hardis all the way down at the bottom of the scoreboard. He was the player that came alive on Chamber when FPX played against Optic here, dominating Ye on this side of the map, in fact, able to have so much impact on the
I
attack.
think they know.
And to me,
Grabe, wala nang Sova.
just took him out of the game completely. Barely allowed him to play.
Wait, let me just screenshot this comp.
Heavy hitters the entire tournament, honestly. Hardis has been powering his team through many a moment, but this round it is a very slow beginning. As expected, FPX is how they like to play on their attack sides.
Slow, cautious, spread default. But that also means that there's going to be 1v1 opportunities happening here. And Ardis is taking his headhunter over towards the Jet and the Chamber. Took a shot though, has to back, get the heal.
Yeah, returns it. That was a Prowler being used in mid as well, so doesn't latch on to anybody. Paper X are pretty certain, I think.
Pag nanalo Paper X, mag-first move daw. Uy!
But FPX are gearing up for an
Let's
extended
go,
hit.
APAC. Let's go, Paper X. Para daw sa'yo yan,
Guy's
Jai.
already read it, gets back into position, ready to throw his horn.
It's about disrupting this one as it comes through now. The horns onto the back. That is going to be Mindfreak revealed.
Wow! Wow! What a haunt! What a haunt!
Big guy's found. What is that? Just ridiculous scenes.
Let's go, man.
Jing with one instantly traded.
Nice!
Into the snake bite. The trap laid down. Mindfreak.
Good trap, uy.
To cut off any sort of attempt of space and time running so low. Now
Oh, the jumping right click.
gets it. Mindfreak, though,
Oh.
still that nuisance. Down to the 1v1.
Oh.
Down, Angel whips it around. Forsaken.
Nice! So, let's go for second. Let's go for second.
He's good for it.
One more step, mag-first move
Taking
na
the
si Jai.
defuse as well and sending Paper X into double digits. And this map looks
Let's
almost
go.
like a mirror image
Let's go, APAC.
of Bind. A complete and utter opposite. FPX did get the plant down. And it looks like they're going to go for a force as well.
Okay.
7 rounds to the detriment. You need to pull out something interesting here.
I think it makes a lot of sense. Money situation obviously not ideal, but it's about as even a fight as you're going to get at this point.
Baka
Every
nagkatulog.
single
Ano?
round you can get.
Nagkatulog.
Lineup on point here. You're going to see this Viper Orb looking to try and deny some space, probably at the back on rafters. Quite close as well. It's not going to be latching, I don't think, onto too many targets, but maybe information's gained. With the Viper Walls up, no time wasted. It's pace and aggression. That's the name of the game, Artis. Great kill to find on the Jing. This guy has been so dominant over the course of this map.
Spike planted.
Taking him out is a major win condition. Mindfreak's going to come around up the top. They know roughly where the plan is. What? He still finds one. Goes 1 for 1 up at the back. And now Shao repositions.
This reposition so smart, and the flank just being watched down. Forsaken shut down. Can't make it happen. Benkai was aware though. Oh, they blew the shots. Whiffing.
That's the escape artist we know and love. He's in, he's out.
And just like that, FBX
No!
come back into it, clawing their way into the map.
But still a major, major journey to go if they want to even draw things level here on Icebox. But you can start to see how Artis is able to have much more impact on the attack side. Strangely enough, playing chamber.
One enemy remaining.
Pushing in at the tip with his team, taking advantage of all of the utility that they're throwing. And his job is just to get those entries.
Yeah. Use the rendezvous to get back a little bit as well, but the money situation looking a bit better now for FPX. Really eco taken by PaperX, of course, and as you can see, some dodgy plays being made. That is the show's okay. Shorty play with the haunt. Shut down, I believe that was a prowler in his face, but still close here, ready and waiting. Is there going to be any sort of clear? It's there.
FPX are so diligent with these things. We saw it in the game against Optic as well. They just check every position.
The power of this team, always holding the crossfires, always knowing which angles they should be watching to help their teammates get into those spots. Incredibly good against those eco rounds. They don't let it get out of hand.
But that's not what's coming up right now.
Gun round, gun round.
Back with rifles in hand. Have an opportunity to tip the balance back into their favor again and stop any kind of streak that FPX might be looking to build. There's ults to work with too here. But I'm looking at the positioning of their players, wondering if Forsaken wants to go for something aggressive.
Same similar default on the defense side that we just saw with the horn over the top.
But it is some aggression over towards A.
Hi, Brian.
Holding this area pretty aggressively gives them the idea that there's no one really here.
Taking belt. We've seen this before when they played in the regional games, not at this tournament, of course. First time that they're playing Icebox, still a fight being taken place. The shot rattled off. Damage was done prior. And the PaperX are ripping them to shreds.
Let's freaking go.
Awesome position that Benkai's holding up there on the top.
One
Able to
enemy
throw out
remaining.
all of his information. Play a high-low setup over with Divide.
Shao?
Tall left in the hands
Okay.
of Xiao, who only had a Guardian to work with.
What a squeeze, man. What a squeeze.
A great round by PaperX. Everything worked on both sides of the map. The aggression that you see from Forsaken and Jing, the Sage running towards Bell.
Saka hindi
On
na
the other side,
kaya ng power
your
sa game
anchors,
5.
Benkai, Divide, choosing a high-low setup where they can spam down these players that are trying to take B. Everything in the game plan.
Nice.
working for PaperX. And it's forced an FPX timeout.
Certainly has.
FPX's utility is so diligent when they go towards B. Angel uses prowlers, haunts, seizes, everything to try and stop people who might be playing aggressively and catching them. But what they weren't ready for was Benkai and Devi holding to stop them even getting the plant down.
Yeah.
Not looking actually to hold those hyper-aggressive positions at the front of B, but sitting back on site, spamming them down. And at that point, FPX have already used a lot of their utility.
Icebox is an interesting one. In terms of the way the map plays out on the attack side of things, I mean, FPX were afforded the luxury, I think, of slowing things down to a crawl on Bind when they were playing their attack side, making sure that they could absorb any aggressive plays. It's a little bit different, though. I think you need a lot of bodies, a lot of utility to get into the extremities to even have a chance of getting the plant done in these rounds.
Yeah, on Icebox, the attackers don't start with much map control. You don't have you don't have control, rather, of mid or either of the extremities early. You've got to go and take them. You've got to go and fight for them.
It's going to be that buy round on either side.
It looks like aggression again from PaperX. This is the setup they had before, with Jing flooding forwards into the top, taking the rope. He's slightly slow on it this time, but they're still going to get that duo set up. And they buy time for them to get into position with Mind Freak's Snakebite lineup. Surely this is...
Oh, Jing? Oh, they were ready. Xiao's gonna be ready. Yup. Yup. They've done this. They've done this before. That's why they know.
Shades of Bind for sure. We were just talking about how difficult it is to hold such a safe, passive default on this match.
I mean,
But
they're not
FPX
trying.
manage it
Dami
immediately
pa lang
afterwards.
crowd.
PaperX need to scrap that aggressive strategy over on A. Maybe to the extent that they can go and hold pipes, sure. But not over pushing into spawn. At least not without a lot of information on the other side
They
of the map.
they knew that was gonna happen. They knew that was gonna happen.
Prime game in flawless, keeping all the guns moving into the next round.
They did this. They already did the exact same thing.
And there is a snake bite that's being thrown there by Mindfreak that might be used as somewhat of a tell. But even in the rounds where they don't want to go for aggression, he's had his Viper's Pit online for a while now. He's just choosing not to use it. It's more aggression, actually. Mid of Forsaken again.
Yeah. This time with an operator in the hand of Forsaken, and he's pushed up onto that mid angle. Look at where the spike is around the side here.
And this wall.
Watched on top of the wall. Reset!
A headshot
Damage
is
is done. Yeah.
but barely any damage.
Oh! You can't be kidding me, man!
How is Zipan getting 2 out of that? Jumping onto a box.
That had to have just been threaded right between the legs, surely.
You will not
That had to have been it. And the Resurrect, of course, it's online. Kill Prior not even going to be mattering now, turning it into that 5v3. Risks need to be taken.
And Mindfreak looking to be the one going for it.
How did that miss? How did that
It's
miss?
so diligent. The utility to try and clear them through. Viper's Pit is a bit of a response here from Mindfreak.
In a 3v5.
Also using
And
the
he's
shot
dead.
it down. He's dead, just getting spammed through. Slow to the back, Horns on top of it, Benkai. A monstrous task ahead of him to try and push back the onslaught. Surrounded on almost every single side.
30 seconds left.
It doesn't particularly look doable.
No.
But they have the funds to be able to commit to this and still buy for the next round. So Benkai and Divine might try and make this just a little expensive. Zipan
No
is
way.
having none of it.
Flawless?
He's not having any of it.
Flawless?
Triple push over the rafters, a reflex.
No
from mid,
way.
Benkai
I
gets
think
hit
they
footsteps
checked.
all
Yup,
around
they
him.
checked.
There's nowhere to watch. Who can blame him?
And Zipan gets 4 in the round, but it's the first 2 that confused me.
That shot.
A jump peek up onto the box to claim his first target.
Gotta see
Let's
this
take a
one,
look at
right?
this on the replay.
Oh, that's why he
He
missed.
just jumped over the op shot.
He jumped over the op shot.
Didn't realize he was an acrobat.
Pass reset at the aim.
He knows. They know what Paper Rex is
bit more
doing.
dangerous, I think,
They
than Paper Rex.
know.
It absolutely is. FPX are now starting to snowball ultimates as well. They've been very diligent in these anti-eco rounds.
Wait, is this? Hold on.
Oh, he misses the jump.
No strangers to these kind of plays being happening as well. That was a snake bite and a seize happening over towards the A side just to punish the orb being grabbed and Divide. It's going to be that first casualty. My ball dropped off, a fast approach, no time wasted.
Oh
He
no.
reveals the positioning perfectly. Spam
Nice
around the
Benkai.
side, still
Nice Mind
kills.
Freak.
Flooding in one
Okay.
taken. He's right in their faces, the Blade Storm.
Woo!
Not given many options. Somehow, it's come down to the 1v1. In the blink of an eye.
No.
Forsaken. A bit of a read.
Okay, okay, he knows where he is.
Dashes back and now he knows it, but still, the noise being cut down over the top Sugetsu.
Oh my gosh.
Does he know about this?
No! Yes, 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 yes! Nice!
Yeah, of course he does.
Nice!
Forsaken
Ooh.
playing that one beautifully to take
Match
Paper Rex
point.
up to map point. 12
And that was on their
court
low
now.
buy.
And that's around
At the
where
same
it
time,
starts.
kinakabahan ako.
Forsaken missing his
na yan.
jump to go for a double updraft. And I'm sure he's glad he still had the updrafts available to win this one out on the AV.
Woo!
Right up above, perfect with the repositioning, wasn't it?
Woo! Thrifty!
Couple of those shots
And
on
the
goal to
crowd
win,
goes
puts them
wild.
on that map point. Again, you're starting to see that aggression in play. This time, though, the horn over the top, spam through
Nice.
the wall. Jing pushed up to him.
Oh, please don't.
One right round the side. Nightfall pushing him back, and they're taking the fight right up close into them. Prowler going to be denying the vision, but still, Jing right off to the side, and the team is
Jing!
all the way pushed up. They want it
No way!
right now.
No.
Device on the ropes
This is
here.
just
He's over the
absurd.
top.
Woo!
He's on top of Angel's head.
Ships in the night. Dodges back, but
That
surely
was
he's
so
opened himself up
scary.
to an angle here. No, eventually
That
backing away
was
with the run
so
into it.
He's just
scary.
distracted.
The distraction. From
Nice.
the back, Mind Freak. What an opening. What a timing to catch.
No
Down
1v2
to
clutch,
Angel.
please. No 1v2 clutch, please. Paper X, Paper X, Paper X.
Angel with it all to do. Mind Freak and Divine to fight. The crowd to fight as well. 86 health, though he does have the spike.
Time is
Silently moves his way over.
30 seconds, Josh.
30 seconds left.
He might be allowed a free
Dead.
plant here,
Dead.
right?
Dead
He's
kay
just
Davay.
looking for it.
Nice!
And that puts Paper X back level in the series. Socks, shoes, get him back on.
Got a game to play, son. Even in the series, 1-1 apiece, the grand finals. Not quite so one-sided, and there's the biggest fan of Paper X right up close and personal.
He's got flags for both teams, I'm sure. That is a great response. Not only in the manner that it was 13-7, but also the level of aggression that they showcased without getting punished too much. You had all of the same diligence coming out from FPX.
Yeah.
They were still trying to punish the aggression, and they did at times. And yet you still had moments like
Nice,
this. Jin
Zing!
pulling out
It
an
was
ace,
Zing! Zing
going for
ace!
play after play.
Just outlandish stuff. All over the map. Don't get me wrong, FPX looking like they were clean, just trying to answer
Hi,
back.
Prieto!
All the way into
Hindi shoutout
the map
makakuha
at
mo.
hand,
15
but
minutes time out. Nice
out
try.
And you just can't let yourself get to that kind of deficit where one eco round and that's it, that's the map. At this type of level, it's the tiniest of fractions that will make the difference. And like the Des was saying at the beginning, every map is winnable.
For today's
It's just
video.
what you
For
bring
map
to the
ba?
table.
Ay, siya
And you're
ka.
already starting to see the two teams' different styles.
Let's
And who knows
go
which
1-1.
direction this series
GG.
is
Yeah,
gonna go,
GG
man. The maps is gonna
Malfoy.
get more crazy. We're going to go to a
Nice,
short break, and of course on the other side, our analyst Des breaking down all the action and setting us up for that crucial map number 3. Don't go anywhere.
The champion. Ah, wala. Nagbabago, wala. Pasend na lang po ng SS. Sony. I mean, Sony does look good. What if going ko in person? Oh, shit, in person. Red Bull gives you wings.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Diba? Memorize ko, nakakaulit.
Red Bull gives you wings.
One minute. No way they import ASU. Why you stance Vegeta?
Hey.
Wow, I love this card! Where do you get this card?
It's bad. Well, I mean, it's not that bad. 3-3. 3-3, whatever. Do you think I should have higher DPI and match my sense accordingly?
Scientifically speaking, you do gain like 1 or 2 milliseconds for like response time if you up your DPI, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. It's like all personal preference.
Everyone says use 1600. I could try it. What's the conversion, chat? What's 1600? What's my sensitivity at 1600? 1600 DPI. Oh my god, that's fast. Dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so fucking fast. Holy shit. my god! I got full util team. Oh. Oh, that's not good. They both.
If nobody hurt Omen, he has full armor.
Oh.
Oh, almost had it.
Dog you.
Wait, did it follow the trail?
Why didn't it follow the trail? It's supposed to follow the trail.
Showers, to be honest.
Think?
Or they go double chocolate, maybe.
10 seconds.
Ah ha ha!
I'm staying
He's in sight.
Can be. Yeah. Just alive.
Oh!
Whoa!
Careful the eye. Who the fuck is that?
Oh, I'm getting naded.
Three short, one showers, three short.
Three short.
Woo!
Shower.
Shower short.
Oh, you killed it. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I thought. Sorry.
Wait, is that the high DPI?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm moving. I'm fucking moving.
What?
It's placebo, dude. It doesn't do anything. My set feels the exact
Yeah,
same.
it doesn't do anything.
Literally
It's
the exact
placebo.
same.
Can you let me know if they're outside hookah? I'll literally Roomba through and
It's
just...
the glitch pop bundle
Me too,
card.
me too.
Glitch pop 2.0.
Uh-oh.
I want that. I only have seen the 1.0 card.
Shoot. Another one. That is... Careful, 3 TP.
Whoo!
Oh my gosh. Wait, I might go to 1600 now.
It's nothing, man. It doesn't do anything.
Went through elbow to our spot.
Oh.
Market.
I think worth it yung shot. Eee? I mean, they could be worth it.
He ran
Right?
He's 100.
I mean, if Gian didn't take the risk, Kale just blind himself. If Gian didn't take the risk
What the fuck is this guy doing?
and the chance,
Backside.
I'm holding left side.
he took the shot. Oof.
Wow.
Wait, did I not clear it? I didn't clear it.
I guess not. God, you're so fucking good.
Oh, not there.
Sorry. I really thought you were gonna win that.
He literally hold W. We already talked about me not wanting a relationship, not wanting dating.
Nah,
Like,
no way, you get off,
pinag-usapan namin na,
We die together.
ayoko muna. Sabi niya ayaw niya din muna. So we're like, sige, wag na, like, for me, I was like, friends lang kami, tropa lang. Tapos wala, nag-gold W pa din siya kahit sinabi ko na ayoko. Tapos he still took the chance, he still kept talking to me, he still tinawagan niya pa rin ako, tapos niyayaya niya pa rin ako sa mga laro. Tapos, yun. Until the time na nag-confess pa din siya, niyaya niya pa din ako. Pinuntahan niya pa din ako sa bahay.
I have to buy so slow.
Pumunta pa din siya dito. Ganun. Hindi siya nag-give up dun sa moment that I said na ayoko na relationship.
I have to move my mouse so slowly.
I think that helped a lot. Kasi nung time na sinabi niya yun, medyo nako-confuse na rin talaga ako kung like, na-confuse ako in a way na, gusto ko, na parang may low-key willing to try na ako, willing to risk na ako for,
Playing pocket. Oh, what's coming up?
willing to risk for him, parang ganun.
Oh my god. Race one. I was holding for the fucking fly, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yun, parang nung nagsabi na siya, nag-isip na talaga ako. Sabi ko, baka worth it i-try. Parang ganun. Kahit, syempre, hindi ako, unsure ako.
It got stuck.
Tapos yun,
It's fine.
tinry ko.
They glued me. They glued me. I don't like this game. I'm gone.
That is beyond fucked up. They have 2 shorties in there.
Hi, Hans! Jericho, hello. Kala ko nag-away. Hindi. The beginning.
Flash it over again. Yes, yes.
Double initiator.
Close to under it, here it goes. Here it going.
I'm tag. One back say.
Dead. Oh! Nice!
It's a judge back side.
130, 130, 10 HP.
No way a frenzy does that.
What the fuck am I doing this game?
Sa relasyon ng isa. Nakangiti sila.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? I don't think it is.
Is it?
No. Wait, what? Wait, who planted?
Me.
Who planted?
Me.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Like, I don't think so, guys. Sorry. Maybe I should have stated that one.
The plant
My bad.
throw.
I think that's right here.
Oh. It's not planted for his teammates.
One more through, bench. Nice shot. Oh. We ulting this shit? Because I'm down if you're down.
I'm not killed.
Hookah is not clear. 3? Oh, they still continue.
Go, my dog. Go!
Okay.
Sight dead.
You need to win it.
Hookah. Yup.
I need revenge on this guy. Shotgun me a little too many times.
Poor guy.
Oh,
Ha!
God, fucking damn it!
He's right side, I think. I think he's right side.
Kawawa naman si Tens.
I got it.
Alright, one by one.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Wait, I don't have a gun. I got
You're
pushed
dead.
short.
You're dead. Oh no.
What the fuck? I didn't even realize I only had a classic.
Oh,
Oh my god.
The fuck is that shit?
Bids in a.
Nice.
and he gets a kill from the dead.
I'm holding on. Flash and see.
Flash over. One more. DTP in top choke.
Do it, fool. Well done.
He TP'd.
What's up?
Oh.
Dude, no way you got one. Behind you.
He killed himself! Tens killed himself with the ult.
What the hell? I can't even believe you got one.
What do you mean he got himself?
I technically got a 2
Attackers win.
Yes.
Dude, the run and gun shit, I fucking hate. I hate it so much. You shouldn't be able to shoot your gun when moving. Fuck it. Turn it off.
That's why. That's why like sometimes the gunplay can be kind of random.
That's
I hate
so-
rifling for that reason.
It's so bad, man.
Proctor na.
That's what you want to see.
Oh
from
no, we
Hyper
didn't
X.
even see.
Flawless for them on the pistol. And
Okay guys,
exactly
ire-replay
their
ko
game
para sa inyo.
plan. See from
Just trying to defend their way through, but the doors opening wide. Angel's head ripped off, and Jing is relentless with it.
Oh, hold W gang.
and then
Hold
Jing just
double
decides
nila.
to overpush into
Just go
spawn.
straight to spawn.
Yeah,
Why
doing
not?
Si
Jing thing.
ACU.
Sounds like
Grabe naman pag kinuha nila si ACU.
extra
AC
element
is
as well,
good.
pushing forward,
Good,
although,
good,
to be
good.
fair, he's doing the exact same stuff online.
AC is a god in Apex.
That's one of the impressive things about both of these teams. Able to carry that kind of momentum. And the way that they were playing online forwards.
AC
FBX
on
could
Neon?
argue playing
Question
even
mark?
better.
No time wasted. Boombot stun as well. Shao
And
gonna try and lock this one
Bucky.
down, but Bucky revealed. Crossfire off. That's Angel. Forsaken's taken out, but space is going to be gained now on this side.
Where's the
Now we get
smoke
that
there?
plant off.
Where's the
And here's
smoke
another
there?
classic Paper X. Look at the position of Devi coming out for the longest lurk, the biggest flank possible.
All the way behind him.
Devi!
Take him,
Look
Jing,
at
you are absolute
Devi!
maniac. The double
Look
sash
at
play right into the sand.
Enemy remaining.
Push them right into the line of sight angles. Devi taking that long lurk all the way through. the marathon approach, it seems, to the map.
All left down to Sugetsu, he doesn't have what it takes.
Let's
And
go,
once
man.
more, lose a couple of bodies in their anti-ecos, but they come out on top in the end. And I really do think you need to try and keep track of those post-plant lurk plays. Benkai is going to do it. Forsaken will occasionally do it. Devi's going to be going for them as well. Mind Freak and Benkai have post-plant lineups. Every part of their play, once they get to the site, is well orchestrated and has extra layers to it. Everything has extra layers.
See it all the time, just players trying to fill in those gaps and catch the timings, I think, when you're just trying to deal with the aggression up front, and no stranger to it. Here's the bonus for Paper X.
It's not great. 2 Bulldogs, a Spectre, but Jing is 1 away from that showstopper too. Benkai choosing to get himself 1 away so that he would have the Rolling Thunder with the spike play.
Nice entry.
Play into the orb as well.
Nice
So that's
entry.
But he haven't cleared at the back of the side.
No!
Oh, and he's got the rifle.
No.
And he's clean with the shots.
No.
Look at Tempe and Watch Divide. They've cottoned onto it fast enough, haven't they?
Very early on.
Player standing.
A Mind Freak, Benkai taken down. A flawless response.
It's going to be that kind of map, is it?
FBX are going to consistently try to update their play style to deal with Paper X. And Zipan here was just unseen.
One enemy remaining.
Unseen, unnoticed, able to work around that utility, that Viper
Tinatry
utility.
yata nila kunin si
To
Issy.
anchor
Oo
the
nga, nakita
site
ko nga yung
and
thumbnail.
bait the Paper X players in. False sense of security for sure.
That hard anchoring. A bit of a counterplay towards it. You can see that FBX are already ready for these lurks, but again, being played, you can see ults online. That's Benkai holding that Rolling Thunder. It's twice against it, but now still has it online and now sends it through right into sand. Shaudo, an opportunity. Him and Zipan just locking down these angles. It's up to Jing. Moves in, but he is being swarm surrounded. They know his positioning.
Uh-oh.
TP away, the nade pushes him back.
Grabe.
Such a fantastic response from FBX in this round. Leaves
Get
everything
one.
once
Get
more
one.
in the hands of Benkai.
Nice. Nice! Gets 2.
And
Good.
that's a great
That's
try.
good. That's good. That's good.
Awesome spray transfer as well. But the same issue in the clutch, and it's the same issue to open the round. There are too many players in halls for Paper X to get through.
Just ready to deal with it.
Even after they ult Angel away, Zipan is there to go and help Xiao. And Xiao only had a Guardian,
Enemy remaining.
and yet the combo with Zipan has just locked that area of the map
Wow.
straight down.
Sees nade, the paranoia, it's all used to disrupt that kind of play. And again, gonna be joking, the same sort of setup. The players are there. Paper X
Cover going
don't
out.
have the weapons this time, working with just a bit of a lighter buy, of course, half on it. Flash through into Samba, deals with it. Easy
Oh!
enough, Mind Freak though. Instant response to the trade online. The door's
Oh!
still open, and this is causing more. How are they returning the fire like this?
2v2 and they're both gonna get guns, right? Forsaken? Forsaken? Oh no! Forsaken! Oh no,
No
it's
fun
the
on my
push.
watch. Not unless I'm the one singing. That's what Artist says. He's got an operator into this round. And for Paper X in general, they have just been battering their heads against halls.
Halls all the time.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again.
Because in theory, it does make sense. You should be able to get around it. If you can have Jing or Forsaken or both of them playing up by Dish, even 3 players from FBX can't watch both sides at once. If you get the timing down,
Grabe, what an ego. What an emotional roller coaster on that
ego.
ego.
Have Divide purely playing as bait there. A lot of the fracture meta tends to revolve around having your chamber, trying to take and break the trap plays happening in halls. If they can force out one of those early paranoias or a seasonade, and then react out of Dish, maybe they can start to get something working. Or, you know, there is a B side to this match.
Sure, you could lean over to that side. Timeout to try and think about what they want to do.
Nagtakla ako sa versus COC. Oh, nagsi-COC ka pa din pala. I am TH. Last time I was TH11.
Alone, just with the rendezvous setup, trying to bait and pull out that utility that might be being used. Could be an option for them, but so far it's just been complete conditioning, or at least the attempt by
Ano po
Paper
yung
X to try
score?
and drag
2-3.
players over towards A.
Map 3 na to.
Pumping into it.
2-3.
And it will work. FPX are committing 3 players over to A, and I think it's quite unlikely they start with 3B at the beginning of any of these early rounds.
I haven't played COC in
Both
years.
chambers with an op, and
Hala,
Zipper
saan
moved
tira
over
niya
to
da?
the B site, now playing with a showstopper to try and shut down any kind of adjustment in the strategy. But from the look of it, Paper X are still content to send the same kind of pistol round look, where they're slowly prodding towards halls with both duelists up at dish.
It's a stun and obviously exchanged. Prowler's being used. That's a lot early on from Xiao just to try and clear through in case there's somebody there. But it is more tempered and space has been given up.
Oh?
That drop location.
If they
Players are watching
get
it, though. FPX
Inzel.
seem relatively aware.
1-1. Yes, 1-1.
Compromise, you gotta be.
I hope. Please kill Xiao. Please kill Xiao. Oh no! The time.
Angel wants information right now. He's playing much further forwards than he has done previously because there's been no noise from Paper X.
Cut noise.
Only one rendezvous is what he hears.
Please get Angel.
But with the Viper orb down, there's a fast lane to try and split this one up. And now the showstopper play into sand, cut it across, but this wall impedes it. Sugetsu!
Oh no!
An absurd series of events.
What?
Get away with that one. And the pressure still being applied.
No! Why do you not check that?
2 kills for him, Defy.
How do you not check that? Oh my gosh. How?
Rifle. The crossfire, this chokehold that FPX.
Grabe naman yun.
Almost impossible task.
Like super tagal nilang wala. Super tagal nilang wala sa A main, so like wouldn't they overthink that someone could be in that corner?
I've never seen a Raze player get robbed so frequently as Jing with his showstoppers.
That was just
Yeah. Jing ult.
138 damage.
He even whiffed, and Benkai still looked. Benkai still looked.
Not realizing where he died from.
Angel just not being cleared out fast enough. He's able to get that value just playing in that close position, and still we're not seeing
Angel
any sort of
killed Mind Freak with the big whiff.
It looks like again all the players.
Pero Benkai still walked past him. Hi Jopo, kamusta? How's Conquest?
Perhaps trying to make space.
Hendo Kiana-san. TH14 layout. Naku, wala akong TH14. Super saya. Sayang talaga. Dapat nagpunta ko. Oo, sayang wala kami dun.
Comes down to these micro adjustments. It comes down to it, doesn't it? Just the patience.
Actually, nanghihinayang din siya eh.
Willing to reposition.
Tsaka... Grabe ka ha.
What is gonna give?
On the other side of the map, Angel has this info.
He whips that.
All gonna be scattered through. That's gonna be the rolling thunder, and now Forsaken. The overdrive is all the way to
Nice.
One kill found. Satchel attached against, so you should not be favored there, son, but still locks down tower. But he's being.
How do they get these kills? Okay. No! No! Lumabas siya kahit naka-Viper.
He takes that threat out. Now he's making it work. Him and Angel against the world. Forsaken.
Oh no. Why would he go outside?
To get themselves onto the site. Angel has TPs.
Nice.
And a satchel across.
Nice! Good Thrifty! Good eco, good eco, good eco!
What a way to win on that Thrifty.
Nice. Sino nanalo? First game FPX 1, second game PRX 1. 1-1.
Angel and Xiao through halls. That's how Xiao got behind so quickly. But they weren't anticipating Forsaken to be this aggressive. It's one thing to know that Paper X are going to push you. It is another thing to suddenly find them in your spawn.
Let's go, yeah, let's go Paper X, let's go APAC! Let's freaking go!
First half was really on the side of Paper X. Or FPX, I should say.
But they found something that works, and this time Forsaken Divide getting very quickly past the one-way
Ang
smoke.
perfect nung ano dun sa orb. Hindi na, kanina lang. Ano first map? First map was Bind, natalo Paper X. Second map was Icebox, nanalo ano, Paper X. They lost really bad sa Bind. Yung first half was 11-1. Tinalo. Oo, hindi lang basta tinalo. They dominated Optic. Optic was wala. It wasn't even a close fight.
A little bit of sound bait here from PaperX as they try and make it sound like they're going over towards B, or is this just indecision? Pings all over sand would indicate PaperX are still going to try and fight through this.
Needs to be watched now. You can see them
What they
moving all the way
don't
through
know
the
is
stun. That's going to be a connection. Forsaken moves forward. It's a fast lane to split it up, but this is a difficult one again to deal with up close and personal. To get to and the Viper's pit remains intact.
30 seconds.
And it has to be a pivot. It has to be an adjustment.
And Ardis stays in his position here. They're going to go... No, thinking about going over the ropes. There really is indecision. Littering the camp of PaperX right now. Benkai normally so good in these mid-round decisions.
They look studied. FPX looks like they memorized every single entry of Victor. Oh, nice double. Like if you watched it, every single point of entry ni Victor, they know where he's going, they know where he is, and they just pick them up. FPX looks like they memorized the game. Aside from smart decisions, then they're smart. They're pretty smart.
No way to clear out Sugetsu when he plays.
Kasi their Optic looks okay. Like Victor still doing his thing. Pero wala, as in kahit yung ult ni Victor, where how he ults, napapatay lang nila eh. Yung eco play, they know how they eco play. As in yung eco play nung Optic, alam nila, they know how. Like yung ult nila, yung stun, tas stun ni Victor, ult ni Victor, lahat sila tumambay dito tsaka dito. So nung nag-push yung Optic, na ubus nila. Ganun. As in, alam nila. Sobrang well read. Uh-oh. Nice! Oh, nice dabay. Nice dabay.
Only an operator in hand.
What?
Doesn't look doable. In fact, Rendezvous in to donate the off. Just thinking he was inside the other.
He thought he was inside the other TP.
One back. Look at this shot.
May picture ka kay Deja pa. Grabe.
Absolute filth.
Wow.
Devai as well sneaking an op shot underneath. Look at the face on Angel.
Grabe.
Also, they had a great read, I think, of how to disrupt that one.
Akala niya yata, di ba akala niya yata nandun sa isang TP yung malayo, going far away. Tapos pag TP niya, punta siya dun sa loob. Mali may idol.
The team that's now taking a tactical timeout. There was nothing wrong there tactically. The guy just hit a crazy shot. And that's what you're going to get with PaperX sometimes. Jing and Forsaken in particular are so talented. They've been able to turn up to these events since the very beginning, since their first showings at the International events, and shock people with how talented, how skilled they both are. Forsaken obviously for quite a bit longer.
When they play with that pure whimsy, man, it sometimes carries them. Moments of brilliance, something to just even out the rounds, and what a map we've had so far.
But they are going to need to keep pulling off those miraculous shots, because from a strategical point of view, things are not going so well for PaperX. But an attempt to brute force it might just work if you have the force.
Still leaning over towards it. I mean, it's just absolutely outlandish. Through trademark. Oh, Slowfield's going to be throwing a wrench into the plan, I think. Just
I think Jing's gonna. No more showstopper.
Oh, he's right around this corner, and the timing here could be everything for them.
May isa pa side, diba? Wala. Nasa right.
The first time we get to see the PaperX post plan, and how do FPX deal with it? Are they going to go for something quick? They've denied Dish. Actually, Mindfreak's not going he was looking
Woo!
The Hornets lighting this guy up, and somehow he still lives. Alive, but for a moment, Zipper will eventually deal with him, but it is just Hall's control. That's all the Paper X are dealing with.
Nice, Davai!
To try and push back this one, but it looks like he's got a setup to deal with it.
Nyari ka for a second. He got stuck in a corner. But he still managed to get one. Ah! Why?
Weakened. No more time.
Nice!
And it's clinical by Mindfreak.
There you see the power of the Paper X post plan. Mindfreak was actually thinking of going for a big wraparound flank through B, and instead counter-called by somebody on his team, just deciding to play it safe. Look at that
Nice.
Davai's really woken up in this game.
Woo!
Determined to take his
What a
team
shot.
deeper and deeper, hoist the trophy.
Also, it's attacking. Forsaken's the only duelist, so he has to. I mean, Forsaken and Zing are the duelists, so laging first contact sila. So mataas talaga yung chance na Forsaken could die. So yeah, it's normal. It's normal for duelists on attack. It's really normal. They can bottom frag because they're doing their jobs. Nice! Ah!
A little bit more with a fast lane. Artist plays inside.
No! No!
He's being pressured from the back there. Jing ended up sending in his nade in this crosshair placement. He just knows it's coming.
And Sugetsu has the spike as well.
Chris.
It is so difficult to try
Oh
and
no. Oh
and even more
no.
difficult now. Good luck. Potentially impossible. Mindfreak and Davai in such a rotten position.
Vardis collecting that one there onto Mindfreak. Davai gonna take quite a bit more from
Please. Please, Davai!
every shot whiffing, and eventually Sugetsu comes out to bail
Oh
out his
my
teammates.
gosh.
The
Still
thrifty
rooting for
win.
it. Forsaken's not having a bad game, guys. It's just attack. He's a duelist on attack. They create space for the team.
Having a booming economy to none at all. I say none.
With no info, they rush in.
But Sugetsu is the playmaker, the master there. It is a well-known IGL strategy. On eco rounds, or on anti-eco rounds rather, send it to the other site. Keep them guessing, don't always hit A. But completely failed there. Angel rotated instantly, Zipan pushed out Dish. They just knew.
Tsaka timing, kita niya naman na nag-ult siya. Pag enter niya dun sa wall niya, nandun si, si Ardis sa loob ng wall, sa gitna ng wall. So, mga ganun lang.
This one lands, supplementing the rest of this push now right onto the top of stairs. So it's going to be pushed forwards, and I think the goal there to try and push him forwards into the aftershock. They've already taken tower, but look at that crosshair placement. This
What?
is impeccable.
What a monster! Making a serious case for MVP in this tournament. And in this map, finally gets taken out by Forsaken.
Nice.
Play. One after the other. The plays just keep happening.
Nice.
Shots are rattled off. Back and forth. Artist. How do you retake this one? Operator. The Viper's pit in the choke.
And you have to go for it. It's the final round of the half. Either way, FPX have 6. Question is whether Artist can put them out to a major advantage. This would be an outrageous clutch if he could pull it off. If he could find the timing, and it's just not quite there.
Not quite there. Paper X even it out in the end this first half. So back and forth. We mentioned at the beginning, Josh, the importance of this one to get that edge in this series, your grand finals of Masters 2 Copenhagen.
And every other Masters final that we've had the pleasure of watching has been a one-sided affair. This is the first time
Nice
where a team's
trade.
taken a map, and then we go into
1-0, 1-1.
and it's close on
Finally,
either
no,
side.
nothing's wrong
And
with
Copenhagen,
Forsaken's
you are getting a
aim.
treat today.
Since the start.
What a match to have. The crowd.
You have to understand, duelists get the most risk kasi nag-entry sila. Like, pwede siya ma-crossfire, pwedeng nakatalikod siya, pwede siya ma-trade off, pwede siya ma-shorty, ma-judge. Pwedeng, pwedeng unlucky, ma-blind. They're the ones who's gonna get all of that first utility throws.
Had those multi-frags coming through on the other side from Zipan, but I feel like we started there with those two players, and then after a while...
Duelist on attack, you can always expect them to bot frag when they're doing their jobs. It's okay.
Raise players on the
Hello,
is
Mariela.
just so
Son,
incredibly
hello.
important as power positions. I was a little interested that they weren't that interested over towards B a lot of that half. I was like, okay, maybe there's a lot of space you could take. They decided to hit A time and time again, and I don't know if that's the G2 special that we keep
Like,
bringing
para
up, that
kapag
only A
nag-jut or
side
ano,
is
tapos
like-
nag-dash in ka, and you have two options to look right and left, and minsan you're looking the right way, minsan you're not looking the right way, minsan you're in the right spot, minsan you're not in the right spot.
Jing was full on W gaming in effect right here. There's so many moments where he was trying to set the tempo for Paper Rex.
Yan, minsan, like, imagine if Forsaken went in the Bucky, mga ganun. Umalis na kami sa disc. Tapos na kayo, kamusta? Oo, parang sacrificial lang bang Duelist so that, ano, ayan, kagaya niyan, nakatalikod si Forsaken. It's not because Forsaken doesn't have his aim. It's simply because he's a Duelist. Alis na kami. Okay, sure. Alis na din ako. Oy, thank you for the 2 months. Alexa, dapat ginagawa natin yung VIP.
It's just crazy how
Alis
back
na
and
din
forth
ako.
this game has been.
Yeah, I think we need like an honorable mention as well for the likes of Divine.
Nasa stage, nasa stage na si Jing. This is the first, the first time na nasa stage si Jing.
This man is just illogical in every sense of the word and a joy to watch.
I mean, we said we were
Wala na, lahat sila nasa stage na finally.
That way we would be guaranteed we would get here. Well, we knew it was just going to be an absolute slaughter on both sides of the coin here. I have no idea where this is going.
Naging masaya
but
sa
I'm
night.
wondering whether or
Aww.
not the attacking
Don't
side
worry,
might
that's not
favor
the
a
last.
particular team going
That's
into
not
it.
the last.
That's where my head is ever so slightly.
I want to see an overtime, you guys. I want us to go all the way into OT.
No, no OT. Paper X win.
I only hope we'd be so lucky, I think.
Ngayon lang hindi 90 6-6.
We're heading into the half now, where FPX managed to completely neutralize Optic's neon aggression. And that I think is going to be the big question here. For the rest of Fracture, are the set plays on defense that PaperX love running, are these crunch plays going to actually find value? And I think we might get the answer very shortly.
They're just holding for it. No pings on the map, that was for the fault line. The angle, but look at this positioning, this crossfire. 3 players watching it, just the angle.
Oh, they know! They know! Riyan na, ready na ulit sila. Dapuan ako ng antok.
But it doesn't matter.
Benkai has to limp away, 13 health.
Si JC ang bago kong kaaway. That's so funny. Oh, good hunt.
Top reveals his position. Still a kill being found.
If the Vi gets to, oh, Artis! The Vi! Pag to na-clutch mo, may battle pass ka. Yun ano, akala mo tropa eh. Pag na-clutch mo to, Davay.
The 1-2 shot, the damage is done.
Nice try. Nag-draw sa Oo nga, sabi nga ni Eliza, lumabas ako, nakita ka. Hi, Nestle! Ang cute naman, Nestle! Hi, Nestle! Akala ko tutulog na kayo. Hindi. Uy, si Eliza nasa Twitch. Sabi ko, i-stream ko PaperX. Kaya ako umalis. Grand Finals.
Completely reading where the aggression was going to come from and set up with ultra-disciplined crossfires to shut it down immediately. Looks like PaperX are not bothered about it though. They're going to go for another attempt at some bridge aggression. Trying to control.
They know. Enjoy kami nila. Aww. Si JC nasa nasa chat ko ngayon sa sa Facebook. Eliza. Si JC daw ang bago niyang kaaway eh. Thank you sa sub night. Aww. Don't worry, that's not the last. Nice shot! Davai gets 2! Davai gets 2! Shao is low? Sumakit ulo ka, ako din.
Shao gets every kill to take them out of dangerous situations.
No. Noise. Mind freak. A time here is absolutely everything. The right click! You have got to be kidding me. How are you getting away with this one, Zipan? Bit of a retreat. Finds a shot. Now a weapon. 1 shot to the head, but Shao shuts it down. It got hairy. It got dicey. But Shao is good for it.
Guardian v Guardian in the final moments. Devi finding impact though. 2 headhunter kills that just came out of nowhere, whistling himself up to the top. I'm concerned about this one from Xiao though. Just before this, Jing had caught it, or rather, yeah, there. Forsaken swings, Jing swings afterwards. Why no double face? Why not try to take out Xiao? You let him live to clutch the round.
Hi, Zaku! How's the watch party? It's nice. Anong sabi ni JC? Akala niya daw tutulog na tayo.
At least PaperX did enough damage to stop these bonus rounds that have been carrying carrying FBX's aggression through. Normally in round 15, PaperX have rifles to work with, bulldogs, everything. This time, only the 2 from Angel and Xiao.
Zipan just hoping somebody gets up close and personal with him.
Oh, so Getsu. See, they know they love to aggress, so they're waiting for the aggression. Grabe, FPX.
If they don't have somebody up there giving them information, you can't assume that PaperX have.
Matutulog na, hindi na kayo ng powers. Ay siya, kailangan mo na umamin.
Shots exchanged.
Forsaken.
There's that double face. You have to be so careful here if you are Forsaken.
Double yun.
Smoke drop down, blocks it still. And now the contact once more.
Oo nga. Uy, matulog ka na nga. Magbabay ka pala.
Patented PaperX aggression. The way that they play might just be working out in their favor. This time, though, it strikes for them. A satchel body blocked. Aggression not really getting too much done here, but it's still a crossfire all the way back. But now, 30 seconds in the round.
And PaperX have prodded, taken map control, and not overpushed this time. The time pressure is becoming an issue for FBX.
Benkai!
Nice!
The rifle, the shots. Just perfection.
And PaperX are able to come out with that one. Prime gaming flawless. That's a bonus round where FBX came into it without too many weapons, but they're still going to be able to have a deadly one, a deadly buy this time to follow up. And I like the way that PaperX approached that defensive.
At the same time, I mean, sheesh! Hi, Dean! Nice!
But they don't overface. They're not trying to force the issue. They're just slowing the round down, denying map control from FPX.
Ensuring that they don't give away any free kills, easy ones still. That's a TP forwards. Horns over the top and a bit of spam through. Play cooked up, Angel. Oh, he's so deep there. Into dish, he gets rewarded with
No! No!
Right to the side. The satchel play, and listen, I don't blame you. You missed a bit of the action there. That was just pure pandemonium on multiple sections of the map.
Sana manalo kayo. Oo. Kahit, ay ano, hindi ah. Gagawin mo na bukas. Charit. Makasama ng iba, oo. 7 PM to 1:30. Oo, ano? God, they just know they're gonna aggress. They just know. They just know. They're like, this is all W gaming, guys. Mag-pushan. They will always push and we just have to wait.
2-round lead, a horn just ever so slightly missing.
That might make FPX a little cautious. Usually PaperX are playing around the dish. This time not. Going for another peek.
They just know. They just know they always peek. So we just need to get that person who's speaking and move forward. And mag-move forward sila, find another person peeking, and then move forward. Like they're crawling. Yung map control, they're crawling, taking control one by one. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, they just know. Nag-crossfire lang sila. They're like, guys, mag-push ulit to. Crossfire tayo. Oh my gosh. Grabe talaga yung default ng FPX. Wow.
It didn't work for them necessarily on Icebox, though they started to mount some level of a comeback. But here their players are just so diligent dealing with the threats on all fronts. That might be the first time I've seen a Sugetsu pop off. Yeah. Even he's feeling it out here in front of the crowd.
Passion definitely going through here. The crowd as well playing a huge part of this one. The cheers, reverberations being felt by the players on either side.
And every fun play that PaperX cook up, every time they want to dash forwards and go for something off kilter, every time they have a set play, it's just getting crushed.
Watchful. Look at this with the Paper X timeout. Stubros is doing most of the speaking, isn't he?
And I think FBX have a good idea of how they want to be holding this. One thing we haven't necessarily seen just yet is Paper X going aggressive out of tree and trying to crunch the players on the south side of the map. It's where FBX are normally going to be starting most of their people from, with Angel looking towards tree. Angel likes to do the TP behind the box, as you can see him setting up for that on the minimap right now. If you have a read that he's going to be there and utility to stun him up, maybe Paper X can cook up some kind of anti-strat set play. Yeah. But if they haven't brought it out at this point, maybe it hasn't factored into their preparation work.
The Paper X players definitely looking to try and put a bit of that aggression into halls once more, but again, the FPX players are just holding, watching. Defensive Vibe Wall does obviously put a bit of a blockade, but a Haunt just to push back through it and take that space.
And this is going to be one of your most typical FPX defaults, taking a lot of people to hold the angles as somebody sets up on the top stairs.
Trademark gone, nade into the back of the side, don't have to worry too much, but Tower, Snakebite was there, helps him out, and it does force that rendezvous, so site control is gained.
And Paper X gambled A very early on, so they are going to be retaking from a long way away with very poor weaponry.
The Viper's pit dropped down, so Gesso gets spammed out of this one, moving forwards, Artis has to deal with this one. The risk being taken, teleports back, moving forwards toward the crossfire. Diligence being shown once more from them, and somehow Jing getting that pick off there. He's managed to get the flank off, and now it's on for the showstopper.
Yeah.
Satchel into the side, a flick to the back.
Kasi ano, they did this in Icebox and it worked. They won Icebox. Kaya lang... Oh my! That's so painful. Ba't di ka kasama dyan? Because I'm not radiant. Because I'm hard stack plat.
Catching Artis in the back. But that showstopper, anything but. The high sensitivity game.
FX dominating this game. Yeah, they're too patient.
Maybe just causing a problem as he shot the showstopper directly in the middle of his two targets.
Yeah. Couldn't quite get that kill secured, honestly. It's a thing that's been carrying FBX, I think, all the way through their lower bracket run. If every obstacle that they faced has been that preparation, diligence, the crossfires, the trust in each other as teammates as well to be able to hold each other's backs. Well,
I can't even reach Diamond. I mean, that's my goal. I'm definitely gonna reach Diamond before this happens.
Really disciplined from FBX, shutting down Jing. Device gonna go for another peek, and he has an answer as well.
And it's just feeling inevitable at this point. Up top,
oh, nice Benkai, nice Benkai.
Kills, okay. Angel though anchoring up top now. Spike's gonna start to go down, but
oh, no one's
weak. Not a lot of utility other than the flash.
They win. They didn't really. Oh.
Fast lane, that's a punish. Great timing with
oh.
And now staring at the end of here. Map point for FPX.
What if makapag-ascendant ka this up? Ay, sheesh! Kapag nakapag-ascendant ako, I'm too far away from ascendant. I'm so inconsistent. There are games I hit 24k, 27k, and then games I hit 7. Like, what? If I'm consistent, I can get diamond, but I'm not. One game I'm 27 kills, the next game I'm 10.
All the respect.
It's so stupid, but it's so true. Ayan na, ayan na. Yan din ginawa ng optic. Yan ginawa ng optic. They're ready, they're ready. This is optics thing. Oh, they added the blast. Nice, 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 nice. No, no, no. Nice. Ah! Ah!
What a monster. In the blink of an eye.
That's what I was talking about. Yun yung sinika ko kanina. Ganun yung strat ng optic. Ganun yung strat ng optic. Mag-ult neon, mag-stun, and then ganyan. And they did the same exact thing. Didn't they watch? Didn't they watch?
One round on their defensive side. That is a level of battering that we saw on Bind as well. And that to me indicates a major problem for Paper X. When they're going for these defensive set plays, that style just doesn't work here. We thought they might get tricked up by Fnatic or by Optic with their heavy defaulting. But it's FPX coming out relying on these rock-solid performances out of Xiao and Sugetsu to carry them through and neutralize all of that defensive aggression.
They just are always on top of it. The final play that you're seeing here, the guy is just too clean with it. Sugetsu, his game sense is off the charts, and you can feel it. The emotions now are running high for these players, for these teams. You're seeing it, just the pop-off moments from all of them.
Did they not?
Here it is, the advantage, Josh. FPX getting that one map lead now.
Literally, yun yung ginawa ng Optic.
We're going to go to a short break now. Of course, our analyst
And
is breaking down all the action that we've seen thus far. You know, you're not going to want to miss it.
Yun yung ginawa ng Optic. That exact play ginawa ng Optic, ginawa ng Paper Rex. And the exact na default na ginawa ng FPX, yun ulit yung ginawa nila this round. Wala lang, I mean, when I saw that setup from Paper Rex, I knew a little na most likely matatalo sila doon. Kasi ganun yung ginawa ng Optic kagabi, yesterday. That's what Optic did. And that is also what FPX did. They countered that smoke. Wait, let's try to find that clip. Kahapon yun eh. Saan yun? Saan yung kagabi na live? Wala? Wala yung lives. Wala yung live. Hindi nakasave. Basta ganun yung ginawa ng Optic. Nag-ult si Victor. Eco play nila. Tapos yun, ganun din nangyari. Natalo. Ang sad.
Back when I was on C9, I kept telling him, G303, baby, we need a new one. This is what the mouse is gonna come in.
Hindi pala makastream si Gian. Hindi. His internet is bad today. Habit tier list. 5 ways to train yourself to be a genius. Ay, panoodin natin ang upload ng Kinsanity. Internet attack. Yup. Kanina pa, until now. Paper X pa din. Send ko sa kanya. Feeling ko itong pinapanood natin.
Wow.
Ay.
It's like there. It's like there. Bite, bite, bite. Healing you. I'm silenced. He's under. I'm gonna go. Going back, please.
Enemy down. Killed.
Hawk out.
I think I got A.
Yeah, going A.
T3 footsteps, one. Going heaven, one guy.
Smoke, that smoke.
Enemy A. Chamber heaven.
One enemy
Chamber does,
remaining.
one guy CT.
Papa G so cool.
I can dog.
Nice.
Low, 1 SP.
Up.
Knocked him.
Kayo is low din, di ba?
Down with
Woo!
one enemy remaining.
Woo! Grabe! Nakalaro niya na ako ni Kuya Gian kung tanda mo pa. Talaga? Hindi ko. Sorry. I don't really read IGNs.
Bottom, Jet's taking bathroom. One guy bath. Inside.
I'm not in this game. I think this is his...
Wow, was si Viper doon? Walang nag-hold.
Yeah, typical. When you're planting, no one holds and you die. Laging ganon. So sad. Oh!
Shotgun up. Tingin bomb for you guys.
Last player standing.
Almost time, it's almost time, it's almost time.
Wala ako sa game na yun.
No, I thought he was just gonna run away.
Diba?
Nice one.
Oh, wala ako sa game na yun.
Hopping din. Left side clear, right side clear, under hook up, clear, elbow, the ups and elbow. Clearing backside. Backside meron.
I don't Viper on places.
Ay, wala pala kaming...
Spike down B.
Elbow up, elbow up.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Teleport's ready.
No!
Oh, nice try.
Dogging.
Jet A.
Spike down A.
Nice.
One enemy remaining.
Heaven, last guy with Aries.
Paano ulit?
Heaven, last guy with Aries. Good, get up. Sige. Multi. Here, trap right.
Pati ang buhay, pati ang pasensya kapag omsim.
I'll hold you.
Ang cute.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Next game, sa icebox pala yun. Oo. Anong ilaw ba to? Daya Sentan?
One shot.
Oh, let's go. Ano ganap sa game? Talo na naman ang Paper Rex. Cute niya talaga, nagda-dodge talaga siya. Ganyan din ako minsan eh. Wait, ito oh. Oh!
Seconds left.
Talo, oo, talo. Meron pa. They need to win this or else they lose na. Pagod na ako bigla. Woo!
10 seconds left.
Sheesh! Mapapawaw ka na lang talaga.
Paano ako nabuhay?
Yung panel na.
Bro, I love
Oh
you.
my god.
Alam ko ang kakayanan mo, promise. Alam ko yan.
Pinush ako. The fuck? Akala ko wala naka oras dun eh.
Woo! One tap.
Hold on.
One enemy remaining.
That's done. Quick break.
Oh yes.
Clear A first.
Oh, sheesh, baby! Oh my! Grabe naman this boy.
Finished.
What the fuck?
Not bad. Hawk out.
Ito sa may end.
There.
Dog mo, may dog ka.
Hindi, una na lang ako.
May
Spike down A.
una. Siya na lang yung dog.
Flawless. Not bad.
Ayos eh.
Nakapatay din.
Grabe naman 7. 29 tapos
Ano
4 na 7. Who won last game? Sadly, FPX.
Parang yung sa casino. 777. Let's push B long, chamber. I throw fake flash just hold W. Go.
Hawk out. Taken out. Hawk out. Blinded.
Oh, sayang.
Last two.
One enemy
Nice.
remaining.
Nice. Oh. 140. But he did heal.
Nice.
Wow.
The color blue? Okay.
Help a girl out, would ya?
Base na lang ako.
Buried. Hawk out. Blinded. One enemy.
He's walking.
Hawk out.
That is so unfair.
Last player standing.
Aris.
Nice.
Nice try, mate. Hawk out.
Did you see? Nasaan yun?
Molting.
Wag na Valorant. It's okay. 3 AM naman ako kagabi. Bye mo na. Okay. Jesus. Wait, feeling ko pistol na. Oh, lapit na. He just shot the Reyna.
Spike
One
planted.
tapper.
Can't use that.
Can't use that. That's actually.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Elbow.
Oh, shit! Ew, how is it 12-8? How is it 12-8? Ito na yan.
I would never know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think all of those
timing.
things have gone into this
I
for
don't
both
Patrick
of the
kaya biyab.
teams, especially for FPX. To find themselves here is just absurd. But heading into this pistol round, things are going to change. The style that PaperX plays on this map is so very different, and neither team pulling a breach out when that is, you know, the standard meta pick. Both of them moving away to that Sage, as the desk was discussing there.
Yeah, a bit of a unknown variable, I think, on the side
Wow,
of FPX as
Benkai
well.
on the Sage.
Disrupt some of these hits coming through. Barlow was mentioning it, but there's the wall coming down. Prowler actually avoiding
No
that close corner.
way.
And it's an immediate
Nice.
response to back away. How does Angel die to the nade there?
That was
My
I think
slow,
that was a
my
slow,
slow.
a seize and a nade that they may
Yeah,
have thrown together there.
yeah. That's the
Take a
slowest
look at
season
that
I need.
afterwards. But PaperX's mid-rounding has been fantastic on
Shao is so
Over the
annoying!
top, Charles positioning, it is known still the angles. This crossfire FPX.
Oh no.
Absolutely elite.
The spike
at
is
shutting down any
inside.
of it. And the layers to the strategy. FPX will not be denied. Not the pistol round,
No.
not this time.
And already the preparation
Good night,
coming through, in my opinion.
Eliza.
You've got FPX pivoting there
Yasumi,
in a
thank
4v5, recognizing that the vast majority of PaperX's mid-rounding ends B. So you just see players swarming towards them. This is
Yeah,
Angel
nah.
blinded by the Prowler into the slow and the nade. That's what that one was. But yeah, the way the Paper X play this, they're going to be doing fast, aggressive hits early on in the round and trying to condition their opponent to overreact, to over-rotate. And then they have Forsaken lurk into those holes in the defense. But first, you've got to create the holes.
Yeah, first you've got to try and condition them, but it looks like FBX are more than ready. A nade to the side, and the angle as well. More than watched. Angel with the ghost, 3 kills, 3 headshots.
No.
Angel's just been monstrous so far this series.
If Forsaken wins this,
bracket, he shows no signs of slowing down. He's one of those players that only has the ghost in these rounds, and yet he's still able to come up with the goods.
Smoke to try and push it back, but Forsaken already taken all this space. Angel was low enough. Down to Sagetsu. His timing is everything with the plant coming through. He could have isolated a 1v1.
Nice!
A thrifty for Paper X, right back into it.
Sino bet mong team naman na? Paper X! APAC region natin to eh.
Great headshot onto Xiao and then finishes off Angel. And Forsaken has been hard shut down in this series so far. He's been playing entry. He only has 160 ACS average over the course of the series. But now he's moved away from entry. He is the lurker in this, despite the fact he's playing the chamber. And that is going to open him up and facilitate him so much more.
Be able to follow up on a lot of that. Was coming through, Horn over the top. Jing not wasting any time, is he? All the way up close and personal to Caesar try and clear that corner, but at this kind of pace with the boombot spotting the target. Does he know up top? The answer is yes. Sees though. Drops him and stops him for but a time. Still have to take these fights though.
Where's Ardis? Oh, he's all the way lobby.
And it's a weird one. You have a either side. Ardis couldn't get punished in short because of Sagetsu's wall, and now FPX are coming back in. The post-plan positions are so claustrophobic.
They're re-pushing this all the way through.
No!
Shut down. Divide catches that one down to that 1v1. And Zipan answers back.
What?
Back-to-back thrifties.
You gotta be kidding.
In our 4th map of the grand final.
No, that's not a thrifty. That's not a thrifty.
Give up an inch. Such a
Is
weird
it?
setup though.
It's so
Oh,
unusual.
thrifty
With
nga.
both barrier robes in play, with both sage walls up.
Grabe.
As the attacking
Ni
team
ano yan? Ni push pa? Tapos ni push ulit?
These angles.
Why would you do that in a 1v2?
Threading the needle.
Why would you do that in a 1v2?
Just the chunks being taken out of each team. Fracture was even on the first half. Obviously a bit more one-sided when it got to the later portions of that map, but we'll see now. Money's a bit wonky. You see the Spectres in the hands of the Paper X players. They want to try and take that fight into mid-space straight away. It is again relentless, the showstopper. Off to the back, and what a direct! Jin catches it, the nade. This guy not convinced yet, still. He backs away. Not lacking for confidence, but now the Prowler in his face wants to be inside this smoke. It dissipates at exactly the wrong time. The angle's being watched down, but Zipan is just being dealt with still. Showers there, Horn to try and help him out. The crosshair placement was broken for but a moment. Device still eager to take these fights, swinging back and forth. The precision, this guy is just elite. And all he's doing right now is buying time, the movement. The wide swing into it. Prowler not connecting. Sagetsu 1v3 time ticking. No more to work with. And a slide off angle. Gets the one, but with the post-plan situation, finding the kills, there is no time to secure
They're always waiting for Paper X pushes.
And sometimes it feels like that might be the only way to win clutches against Sugetsu or Xiao. Just don't even give them the opportunity to fight. What a decision for Paper X to force there. They barely had the economy to do anything. And yet, with the kills that Jin had put online and the showstopper in his hands,
You know, walled off, but still outside, and then another peaks the same angle.
deep from mid.
Dubai is on an absolute heater.
Yeah.
Started the first half, a fracture, popping off. Now he's doing it again as well, leading his team for a lot of those kills in that round, so 3 of these obtained.
And now after the pistol, every team with the eco disadvantage has won.
See if that trend continues.
Face your
Same plays being made. The boombot up close and personal. The stars laid down the nightfall as well. Positioning revealed. The Paper X players always set up to succeed with this.
Zipan Sugetsu, they've got Vandals in their hands, but no chance in the round unless they can find an opener, perhaps two.
I mean, how many times has it happened? But Forsaken with the crosshair placement locks it down.
Please, no more trolls.
There, but it's just up to Angel and Sugetsu.
Nice.
Spam through the smoke. Not much more you can do other than skip and a hop away. Just try and bait and take away these guns. But look at that. Finally, an edge in this map.
Drawn out by Paper X. Blood, sweat, and tears for any team to try and get an economic snowball. But FBX are going to be right back into it. 4 light armors. It's not looking fantastic. And they're going to take a timeout to discuss how they should be defending here. This round coming up is going to be such a swing. You have FBX on the verge of being broken once more with a showstopper, a nightfall, big tools to be able to deny the plant. And yet Paper X, they've managed to get, I think, slightly into the heads of FBX's defense here. Paper X have been running a lot of early A aggression. At some point in this half, and normally it's about now, they're going to start running fake A aggression and then sending somebody in towards Garage. Sometimes that's going to be Forsaken, sometimes Mindfree. But either way, they're going to try and weave through your defenses. We saw Paper X pull it off expertly against Optic, where they were smoking off Ye's trademarks, smoking off potential trademark positions all across the map early on.
And always catching that advantage. Just finding the holes, making sure that they fill them with the lurks.
And you can see the trademark from Artist being placed on B. One of the areas when Mindfreak enjoys just smoking that one off.
Yeah, it's on the high ground, I think, as well.
Oh, please win this Paper X. Make it 2-2.
It
The breeze pa yung final map. Paper X got
the weaponry
this.
is important. A full investment on the side of FBX. Artis, tour de force obviously whipped out, but that jiggle means that the information is gained now for Paper X. And look at this already. Starting to see echoes of what we were talking about before.
Sugetsu could easily get caught.
Oh, they're defaulting. This looks nice. Paper X defaulting, not holding double.
Once Mindfreak connects with the rest of the team. And either the hit onto A works, or you have Forsaken as a mid-round option.
I think with a bit of a noise being made here. Setting it up, the stars dropped. That's going to be the timing for Forsaken, and look at that. Leave the wall in the hands of Sugetsu, just caught with a utility. On the other side of things, still being watched. FBX are dealing with this one adequately enough. The showstopper to force them out.
No.
Angel works his way into mid. He knows they're trying to pivot into that, even a B split. Whatever they can get their hands on.
And what a perfect read from FPX once more. Okay, sure, Sugetsu got overwhelmed, but the A side got stuck, and they collected the lurker. Angel already in mid to meet Benkai. Can Mindfreak pull off another one of these ridiculous moments that powered Paper X through the upper bracket?
And with 20 seconds left, now they know that this is coming through the horn. Dealt with in the swing. Oh, the timing. It's too good for him. Divide. Pressure from every single front. FPX getting a handle, getting a read on the way. The Paper X are liking to play this map now on our attack side.
And the desk was speaking about it too. If you have Angel able to read what you're up to, oh, you're in a world of trouble. Xiao shutting down the hit. And they had Zipan there reactively. Even if Xiao had died, Zipan was there with the showstopper ready to shut down the A push.
Yes, you think, Mindfreak Astra. Let's hope they win. This is the do or die game.
Are in position to deal with the mid-round lurk play, and then they are still playing like a very strong retake setup to stop Paper X from getting into those clutch moments.
Lalo na last na to ni Benkai.
Need to push them back, and this deep omen smoke does cause a couple of issues.
Look at Ardis playing Opping again on top of his trademark. He's never leaving the trademark alone on the map where it can get smoked off and abused. He's got his operator on top there. Sugetsu, in fact, has just chosen to use the wall for Garage. Diligent from Paper X to break it early enough, though, that could still be a threat.
Yeah, still plenty of time in this round. Anything to happen, and look at this replay.
They're pushing.
See Long, the contact push, doubling up, making sure that the players aren't alone when they're doing it. They're going to be able to get a lot of information off of it, but is it enough? You still know the fight's coming. Shao!
Bro, I hate Shao.
Sprays them down. Tries to take a little bit more out of them, but Mind Freak
Paano lesson ni Benkay
watching it,
return na po siya?
holding it.
In-announce ni Benkay na last tournament niya na to.
Make some moves here with the operator in his hand. The angle's
Nice
there,
Forsaken.
What a shot by Forsaken. Just the head being found.
And Mind Freak cleans up the last two.
Naka-Odin si Luke.
Forsaken is looking a lot better on the chamber than he has been able to showcase this series so
Hindi ko
far.
sure kung retired or what. Basta sabi niya last niya na to na turn.
He's tried Neon, but his chamber
Pero hindi niya sinabi yung word na retire.
Wow. That's a crazy spray down from Shao. But Paper X still had the answer. And the opening was punishing an info peak.
Shao is really good. Shao has been annoying the whole series. Kahit sa optic
Crowd
game.
want to see it. Let this go to map number 5, all the way, all the distance, and who can blame him? Another fast approach, a pull off to the back.
Nice.
Angel though, only working with
Instant
the pistol.
kill.
Not enough.
Daming Odinators sa Twitch chat. I mean, it's literally... Oh, the bad wall! I mean, it's literally a gun
Interesting one.
placed in Valorant, so you can use it.
Either way, FPX would have to hit some nasty shots to make this one close.
Now here's what they're trying to do. They're trying to follow up on this one with the Hort lineup in play.
The fake ball.
Artist was really the only one who could capitalize. He was shut down soon enough. And again, the weapon's just too much to overcome.
Bringing APAC with the OD, yes. We are not afraid of the... We are not afraid. Anong tawag dun? Of the discrimination. We are not afraid of the opinions that surround Odins.
Mid-rounding, not so much. But finding those opening kills has been pivotal to cracking the door.
No,
opening the defense of FPX. Artis has moved his operator this time over to A lobby, and it's exactly as Paper X moved themselves away, aiming for some kind of C-split, or at least early pressure in that direction.
Door being broken, making sure nobody's close. A nade and a slow up, but look at this timing. Forsaken, he's already so deep. I don't know if they're going to expect this one. Possibly a bit of a soundbait with a slow up, but this angle up close and personal with the wall.
I am so scared for Forsaken right now.
Love doing this. Even
If Suigetsu decides to check this,
and that Boombot sees nothing, knows nothing.
BOOM! Why would you still expect someone there? It doesn't make any sense, Zipan. It doesn't make any sense.
It's the beginning of a hit coming through. There's not much pace behind it though, only a bit of utility being used. Now the wall to see if they can get themselves in. It's a distraction. They're trying to buy time for Mind Freak again to lurk through, but look at Jing into the back line. The kills are flooding through.
Why would you still look at that, Zipan?
Neither team willing to give up an edge.
Yeah, FPX with a really great defensive setup there. I mean, I think huge props to Zipan for this kill. They're not trusting their utility. And I think that's one of the biggest factors that has FPX able to win these rounds on defense.
Grabe to si Zipan.
They're not trusting the Boombot. You hear that from Zipan there as well. It was just a good timing. I was going to check B. But the fact that he was back so quickly into Garage made all the difference. And this time, Angel makes the play, moving himself up into Cubby.
Is this even going to get cleared? Boombot latches onto Artis. Has to
They
back away,
know.
will break it in the end, and look,
Oh no.
being played, sprayed
Okay,
out,
good
not enough
trade.
to claim two, but at least just the one. A 2 for 2. Jing.
Wait, thank you for the sub!
To try and force them back
Lawrence!
from those connectors, and Mind Freak, why are you trying to watch this lurk? The show stop it, misses completely! Not a point of damage! The outplay, Mind Freak. Shots being found. Wraps the Vandals.
Aggressive, yeah. Their whole
All the
W
players of
gaming.
FPX come
Oh,
tumbling
thank you
once
for the
more.
sub!
A 2-round lead now for Paper X.
That is a -8 if I've ever seen one. How did that one happen?
Might be getting some buffs at the end of this tournament.
I mean,
That's
sure,
Jing ult right there.
Sure, that's not a kill, but
Now, it's no longer Rosa ult at this point, it's Jing ult. Jing has done this so many times. The whole VCT, it's impossible not to call it Jing ult.
Very reasonable.
Jing has missed a lot of showstoppers. More than Sub Rosa has ever missed. Nice.
And a swing.
Nice.
Forsaken claims the kill. Space for the resurrect as well. Angel's got a
Great dodge. Didn't even need to dodge it. It was right in the middle.
The Boombot won't quite see him, and the crossfire.
Wow. Crossfire, bro. Ang ganda ng crossfire na yun. Gawin ko ngayon. Tapos iiwan ako nung kakampi ko. As usual. Or magtatago. Ganon lagi. Sasabihin ko. Sabihin ko. Crossfire with me. Tapos pag susugod na, iiwan ako. Ang galing. Yeah, right? Zing always misses his showstoppers but kills everyone with a bundle instead. Ang funny.
Anticipating a lot of the players trying to play retake from back there.
Oh? Oh? Galit na si coach. Ay.
Alex is not happy about that one. But I think he should take some solace from the fact that Forsaken is really having a huge impact in this map, like we haven't seen before in the series. Both of the heavy hitters waking up.
Oh my word.
And this is the classic play, the smokes get them in.
Grabe sila mag-flip talaga.
In the first 10 seconds.
Okay, wala nang trademark. Angel is already all the way to C. They already dispensed their wall. They know Ardis is C. Ardis is C. Omen is C. Sage is C. They can go B. Kaya lang nakatingin si ano? Nakatingin si Davo. Ay, sino to? Si Xiao. Ang annoying talaga ni Xiao!
And the Nightfall into mid. FPX have no idea where their opponents are. The FPX are so far back.
It's all over the place. Lurks on lurks. Forsaken taking advantage, I think, of a bit of that chaos in the round, and with the war fading down, where are they leaning? Paper X.
Are they still going C? Oh! Ang ganda! Ang ganda! Ang ganda! The bait shot for Mind Freak. Pag shoot kay Mind Freak, Forsaken instantly peeks and gets rid of the op. Ang ganda!
Battle should happen in garage here for the round.
Oy.
Pressure is on, seeing if you can get.
Iikot si Forsaken, pupunta siyang window. Iikot si Forsaken, pupunta siyang window. Ay, nag-garage.
Right into the crosshair placement, the slow field locked out. Xiao! 2 kills!
Okay, Forsaken, okay.
Probably the best clutch of the
audience, yeah. I wanna be. Gusto ko, kung may pupuntahan ako na daming audience, it would be one of these games. Ayan o, the bait! Nakakakilig yung ganon. Jet na iniis mo kapag nagpa-plan ka. No. Astra na magbe-bait ng option para ikaw yung makapatay.
And here on Haven, what a performance.
Unreal scenes. We'll send it down to the analysts. Let's break it down so far. What are you guys making of this?
Shao, please. Please, Shao, please. Please give this to Vapor X.
With what Forsaken has been doing on this map.
That's the thing. I feel like there has been a bit of a chamber diff. Like, I don't think Artist was always in the right place at the right time, but it's again those lurks from Forsaken. He's just incredible in those moments where he's taken space in garage almost every single round. So much so that normally you see like Sagetsu fighting that. He's like, I'm going to put my wall deep. They're not going to be able to get in. Instead, he had to fall into the C site, and they had to ultimately adapt around what he was doing, and he still caught them throughout the map.
And they did adapt, actually. They started putting that Sage wall at the top of Garage, but it's so difficult. I mean, Artist in that last round, you could actually see Forsaken getting set up so well by Benkai, who's just bunny hopping across Long C, and it's that what leads Forsaken, and on top of some just great initiative on his own. This is consistently garage control, garage control, garage control. That's making it work for Paper X.
I mean, he drove straight into my heart with the sort of smooth criminal plays that he has all over the map. You could never, I think it was the second last round there of that half, the boys on the cast desk turn around, they're like, you just don't know where they are.
Green flag, yeah. Green flag. Pag kapag chamber ka, kapag chamber ka, na naka-ult, tapos mo magbe-bait para ikaw yung ultimate green flag.
The scoreline doesn't really look like it's dictating that way, but a lot of these rounds have been, you know, the pace has been dictated by Paper X so far. So I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Again, though, that second half, it's always a tricky one for Paper X.
But that's the thing. I feel like when the read was actually there for FPX, they were very good. Like the crossfires they had within, I think it was the A side, were absolutely nasty. The problem is, it is that factor. They did not have the read for the majority of that half, or at least they didn't have the read on Forsaken. They may have been able to work out where everybody else is, but then they get stabbed in the back.
They definitely made some adjustments. On the second half, though, this is where I really do expect Artist to be a little bit more in a spot where he can receive the aggression like we've consistently seen, like we saw on Fracture and like we saw on Bind. And that's a problem for Paper X because now they kind of have to slow down. They know that type of pace is not going to work.
Sana mag-Yoro naman si Forsaken. I don't think Haven is Yoro, man.
Here, Saisho and Bren. Let's see if they can take us all the way to map 5.
Map 5, map 5. APAC win, APAC win. Breeze yung map 5, oh. Breeze, kayang-kaya ng Paper X yan.
Map number 5. So everybody's wondering.
One of the things that's been going so well for FPX on their attack sides is that Paper X aggression. They don't tend to do as much of it on this map. They will occasionally, and it's a triple stack over by A early on here. Forsaken watching mid.
No way. The angle being watched! You are joking!
What a kill!
A rapid fire approach! Just unloading the headhunter to find Angel.
And already Jing posted up in A lobby off the back of all of that. Forsaken is going to be given space to take liberties here. The FPX default is going to be slow.
The reposition!
Did he intend to do that? Was that just a crazy timing that Zipan caught?
I mean, he must have heard it, at least some sort of sound cue, I think, to try and take it, but they are just again taking liberties. The wall comes through.
Nice!
On top of the box. Jing.
Okay. Tama na. Tama na.
Bit of running gun as well. Just
alam mo yung pag nakakapitas yung Paper X, parang gusto, lalo na dalawa yan, 4v3, parang tama na please, tama na, hinintay na lang nila kayo mag-aggression, please, tama na.
I've never seen a Sage on Haven as creative as
Oh my
Benkai.
god.
That play is awesome. And Zipan should have been caught. Manages to squeak away with his life.
Base the shot.
Brings reinforcements.
Bot over the top. Now they're going to be both of them on top of the wall still. That's Jing finding.
Nice! Finally!
And a pistol round going away, Paper X.
Let's go! Let's freaking go, Paper X. Let's go.
Such an important.
Grabe, oy.
And the early punish on Angel. Then this play. I've never seen a play like that before.
Yeah.
The wall and a jump up to punish the players that are breaking it. Awesome stuff.
Just in the moment decision making. Instinctual plays a lot of the time is what it feels like.
And we saw all of that creativity from Benkai with his Sage on Haven when Paper X played against Optic. Although that was mostly on the other side of the map. But you can see that they've crafted stuff for both.
With the poorer weaponry, not enough damage to try and break portions of that wall, but there is enough of a gap. Benkai making sure to plug it. He knew that the wall was bad, but it's an instant answer, a response. Long range angle.
Bad is subjective. The wall is what you make of it. Artist, though, was very quick with the response, grabbing Divide down short. And FPX are going to want to try and punish this A lobby aggression. Here comes Forsaken again, trying to peek the same angle that Divide was on earlier in the round. And for FPX here, Angel's trying to find the timing past the Sage wall. When the wall breaks, the defenders have less information, and he's going to try and hit that into B.
Shots rattled, and the
oh no!
Again, the thing that's carried FPX so far, that discipline, and the raw mechanics of Artis. But they're not done yet. Paper X, a nade into the corner just in case, but is it going to be watching for it? Yes, indeed. Flick of the wrist, and the players are cleaned up easily enough.
5-9.
Mind Freak and Jing making sure to put that one away. But it has taken some of the sting out of this third round. Forsaken looking like he wants to go for a Vandal. Is this an entire team buy? It looks like it.
Them, yeah.
Forsaken's not close enough to his tour de force to make some kind of play for an ult orb. And so it's going to be 3 Spectres, 2 Vandals that Paper Rex take into round 15. It's not a bonus anymore. They need this one.
Very impactful round. For FPX to try and close out this series, it's got to start here on this round.
They have to be ready for pushes like this. FPX must know that Jing occasionally goes on a wander down mid. Benkai's looking ready to break any kind of utility that would come through.
Making sure that he's got his sightline, the angle onto that haunt. It's being used a lot by FPX.
But Xiao's not in a position to try and clear Jing at the moment. And Xiao has also used both of his Prowlers, or perhaps only brought 1, maybe 0 into the round. Using them as part of the default means that he doesn't have them to clear out mid. And now with a minute on the clock, it's been so slow. Jing made a noise, a footstep, a jump.
Oh no.
And Jing,
the jig is up.
Yeah, a rare moment of patience, I think, as well. From him not to just commit into this one. A bit of a jiggle, a jump peek there from Forsaken. The information going to be gained. He knows now that A-Long is compromised, but Divide always ready and waiting, sitting up close and personal to rendezvous. Positioning, found a slow orb. Latching down to the feet of Artist still. Jing wants to fight this one. Zipan though, the angles! Woo! And the weapons. Heads taken off, still finding it. Players just pouring out into the site, trying to deny the plant.
And Zipan and Xiao have just been animals. They're so good at holding these angles down. And it all comes down to Mind Freak, the player who entered these grand finals with the highest clutch percentage. But he's been quiet today. Can he find a moment to put Paper Rex into double digits?
The timing.
Go Mind Freak.
Exactly great. The smoke to
Oh!
lurk his way in. A tap of it. Trying to bait out one of the angles. The Haunt though tags him.
Yes, Mind Freak! Let's go!
Mind Freak well and truly back.
The 1v2 Red Bull clutch. Doesn't matter that he was working with just a Spectre.
And didn't he play that one beautifully as well?
Oh, wow.
Breaking any kind of crossfire that would have been happening from Graffiti over to Hell or
Tap
default.
to make the positioning.
Yep, tap. Not just baiting the position, but baiting utility out.
Yeah.
So Xiao couldn't even shoot back.
Just elite.
He even got marked up at the end and still wins against Zipan. That's the kind of play that Mind Freak has been bringing out over and over again through Paper Rex's journey in the upper bracket. And he hasn't really had those moments yet today, but what a time to do it. Stopping, halting any kind of streak that FPX would have liked to get up. Any kind of momentum that they would have had back into this attacking half. And it's
the timeout.
It's a confident lead on Haven.
More than confident. Looking primed to take it. We were talking about how impactful that round was to win for either side when they were just investing all of their money into it.
The fact of the matter is though, Brent, the loss bonus here for Paper Rex is going to mean that they have, the loss bonus here for FPX is going to mean they have about the same amount of cash on either side. Sure. You might see some kind of crazy force going on, or just a weaker buy overall. And here it is. There's the crazy force. 3 Guardians, light armor on everybody. FPX are not giving up, not giving in.
What's the play here? They're going to be trying to spam an angle? Potential for it, or maybe it was just really all that they could afford. Taking a fight over towards C-Long, and again, the disrespect being shown. Jing making his way right down mid, but Devi also answering back, making sure that map control is lost. What?
No! Nah! Oh my god, ito na naman, emotional roller coaster. Trade upon trade upon trade.
Jing finding huge value out of his deep mid position, and it all falls down to Xiao. Almost gifted one there.
Listen.
And Mind Freak would die to a single body shot as well.
Where are you? Slow enough for it, but Xiao is, I think, feeling the pressure on every single side. You can feel it. The Haunt was dropped down just in case a player was close, but these angles, the positioning, honestly, all over the place. 20 health. Okay, Mind Freak, well,
He's given him a weapon upgrade. Xiao now with a Vandal in hand.
And plenty of time on the clock as well, Josh. This can be slowed right down.
This stage, Xiao has already won 3 1v3s. He's been demonic in this tournament in the clutch. One of the MVP candidates for the tournament based on how crucial he's been for FPX. And the time is not on his side. Less than 30 seconds as he starts to take the spike over to A. Nobody there. Benkai watching, listening for it.
Xiao has to be diligent. But also, time running short. 10 seconds left to try and make the play. The horns drop down to ensure that there's nobody there, but with it destroyed now, you can see the pressure is on the wall up.
What a crazy wall. Benkai tried to deny the plant with that.
That is absolutely absurd, but now he's just got to wait. The timing.
Please
Xiao
don't
wants to
1v1.
force it down into the 1v1. At least he doesn't know where Jing is. But now he feels it. He hears it, the utility being used, the positioning's known. Benkai, he will fall. Xiao, take it down. 1v1, the showstopper, the trade. What a play! Just outlandish scenes.
What an absurdly good clutch from Xiao.
Dapat
Every instinct in his body telling him
sana
to look
nagplay.
in the right direction for
Sana
Jing.
nagplay together sila. Sana nagplay together na lang sila. Sana talaga nagplay together na lang sila. Or nag-crossfire or nag-push together. Ewan ko. Or nag-push together. It was a 1v3. It was a 1v3.
Has just been enormous. Remember, Brent, in this tournament, FPX weren't sure whether they would have Xiao or Sugetsu here. There was a thought that FPX might be starting in the groups with only 3 out of their 5 players.
Yeah. And they've had to battle past so many obstacles to even get the luxury of playing here in the grand finals. Playing with subs early on, going down to the lower bracket, even in their groups. They fought every single step of the way, tooth and nail.
That's usually
The opportunity here to claim
That's
this
usually how you win 1v3s, guys. Kahit sa rank games. When they don't play together, they don't play for trades, they're so far away. Nung namatay si Mind Freak, mag-isa siya. And low pa siya nun. Low siya nun, nagbigay siya ng Vandal. And then, nag-wall si Benkai. Nag-push siya next. Annoying effects. Actually, hawan ko ba't yung dinararamdaman ko.
Despite the fact that some of them are still working with light armor, the economy's been in tatters for both teams.
Sana hindi nila ginawa yun.
Space being gained by
Ng
FPX.
PRX.
Through now to Nightfall and the Paranoia. It's all comboed up, but it doesn't actually latch only onto Benkai, up top onto Heaven. The horns push them back, and now the players swarming into the site. maybee's want to be denying this one, but a satchel play. Zipan again, up close, up top, and personal. Denying any opportunity for maybee's to get in there and shut down that spike plant.
Tapos, yung napili nilang site, wala pa si Forsaken.
1v5, unable to have any impact in this round, despite his 20 kills, despite his carry performance in the first half. He just hasn't been able to find those moments.
This tour de force, a quick scope. A flick of the wrist, but only 2 bullets remaining. And too many targets to choose for. Only losing Angel. What a clean round for FPX. They found their foothold here, Josh.
That's exactly what they needed. That economy is now going to start to snowball a little. And what was this from Zipan? The jump up, back down, and goes for another bite of the apple? So much confidence exuding from Zipan here. And sure, look at the numbers. He's not winning the race head-to-head necessarily, but he's doing his job. He's finding those times to carry the rounds. And now you see both teams with full equipment in hand.
This is being shown again.
Sayang, ang dami na nilang round na throw.
Angel teleporting up onto the high ground inside the smoke. And need to clear the back a bit, but it is that full retake set up by maybee's.
And Forsaken's already come out the back of Garage,
No way.
looking to get the fast wraparound. Smoke dissipates.
3 players looking for it, and it is being watched. Xiao He just about
Nag-solo na
went
naman.
around watching that one angle, but still.
Lagi silang mag-solo.
Plant not in play. It's a bit of a tap.
And Angel has used his Omen ult, teleporting behind everybody, causing genuine paranoia in the mind of Jing. He has no idea if he's being flanked.
Every angle needs to be watched for. I think the setup from PaperX, look at this now, trying to make the plays happen, the showstopper to contend with Jing. Oh my goodness! Eventually shut down, but has he done enough damage? His teammates might think so. The Cosmic Divide cuts it up, and now the pressure is on. FPX have to play up close and personal. The horn broken, pushing through the wall. How would you get through
Wag ka
it?
na mag-pick.
The barrage! The bullets laying down.
Nice!
PaperX get their 11th.
What a round from Jing. What a huge,
Buti na lang
monstrous
Jing.
performance
Buti na lang
from
Jing.
PaperX's star
Nice.
player.
Nabawi nila yung throw.
One of PaperX's star players, I should
Dami
say.
sigurong galit kay sa Odin.
Collects the
Ano?
lurk on
Odin,
Ardis,
Odin, Odin.
which was a little early in the round. Dodges a showstopper after throwing his
Ang
nade.
takot. Eh,
Scatters
kasi
the
ang
players
dami
on
nilang...
site and collects
Basta
everyone.
yung 1v3, ang big throw nun. As in. Ang big throw talaga ng 1v3 na yun. Dapat 12 na sila ngayon, tapos 6 FPX, tas mas baka ikaw ngayon to FPX. Pero wala na, nangyari na eh. Yun, nice! Ay! Ano naman sila? Makakakuha sila ng isa, mamamatay sa kanila dalawa.
You had to tell me which team would you expect to use the utility combo and which Raze is just going to be swinging for two. I think I would have had the names backwards. Mind Freak looking for the mid-round push. What a risky
Mind Freak, please.
The angle, it's everything. But a shot to back.
Nice!
Movement. And the second player.
Nice! Oh my god, thank you for saving the round, Mind Freak. Thank you for saving the round, Mind Freak. Oh
And
my
Mind Freak
god.
has really woken up now. Finding these timings to get impactful and win them rounds.
And the energy is building. Feel it meeting in that crescendo to bring us to that map number 5.
Woo!
And PaperX are one round away. Alex, frustration turning to tension now as the coach watches on, unable to have too much more impact. They just need to dodge one scrappy forced by, and Jing starts it.
And again, they're not put off from making these high-risk, high-reward plays. The money is abysmal for FPX. Losing a player on top of it, it's dire. Wall has to be used just to see if they can get the res offline, but look at this, another punish, an attempt of it. A bit of a gamble as he fires it against the wall. He misses the mark at the end.
It's a great idea, but Sugetsu was already ahead of the play. He understood that that was going to be coming through. And now it looks like he's still trying to find a time
So
to go
epic
for
ng
this.
laban, di ba? Worth the puya to eh. Lalo pag nanalo PaperX, sobrang worth it na to.
Baiting a swing from them, the nade.
Bam.
Oh, it's so tenuous.
Bam.
Sugetsu wants to get to the
5v4?
rest, he needs to try to bring this even, and finally it's being
Boom, 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 boom. 5v4? 5v4? 5v3? Wag na kayo mag-throw, please lang. Alam ko nakakagigil na pag 5v3 tapos match point. 5v2! Okay, manggigil na kayo. Oh, last map! Map 5. Tas Breeze yung map 5. Let's freaking go! PaperX on Breeze. Hindi na sila nagtuthrow. They're not peeking. They're not over-aggressing. Angel is all the way to B though. I don't think they expect Angel.
Just no time. The duel, well, not quite favored. The plant, though, Angel gets a spike down, but it's
Nice.
down to him.
1v5, tas naka-sheriff.
Spent half the round just trying to get a res on.
Yeah!
It's all down to Angel and he can't handle it. PaperX are taking us to a
Map 5!
Back and forth between both of these teams, so evenly matched. Will we have it any other way?
APAC na to!
Really had a different feel to it.
Map 5 tas Breeze pa. Let's
A very
freaking
methodical
go!
play by PaperX, finding those moments to get the lurks working and then crushing that attack side.
APAC win! APAC win! First ever win to ng APAC. Seoul Worlds sa Valorant. Let's go. It's Apex time. It's Apex turn.
It's a map that both teams have been comfortable in the past.
Oh. You have to respect Apex.
We're heading into it on the 5th map, but
Usually, underdogs pag Apex eh.
might even just be expected.
PRX may choice ng map. Hindi, yun na lang natira. Decider. Usually, pick, ban, tapos, tas sila na mag-ban until may matirang map.
And they've heated up thoroughly. You're getting big rounds from Mindfreak. Forsaken, finally online. They've got everything building for map 5.
It's leading that way, man. It's leading that way. The players have turned up. We're going to send it to a short break. Our analyst desk, of course, breaking down all the action, but don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss it. It's the culmination of the grand finals.
Sabi ko matutulog na ako after map 4. Hindi pwede, decider map na. Decider map na. Tapos breeze pa. Let's go. Wait. Manood na tayo ng Paper Rex highlights. Yeah. One minute. CR lang ako. May 1 minute ako para mag-CR.
FPX holding on to both hands. 30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Nice, Argus.
He doesn't need to warm up. He just needs a gun in his hands. Sugetsu is a god at this. Xiao is having an absolute series here.
Cycling. Shao. Angel. Artist. Sugetsu. Bros.
It's hard to keep up with the kind of tempo as well that Paperx love to throw at you. And look at this. Oh, complete disrespect. Another day in the opposite seems like the Paperx.
What a timing for Mindfreak.
Then Kai. Mindfreak. Divide.
Kala ko highlights. Bakit walk out? Kasama sa highlights yun. Ano yung walkout ni Benkay? Hindi ko nakita. Oh, yung ganda naman. May parampa. May parampa yarn.
Alex.
Tapos na si Benkay. Ah, hindi. Halinhinan sila. Hindi. Nasaan si Benkay? The bike. Mind freak.
Benkay.
Okay.
Finally, his showstopper's connecting.
Yeah, it's not necessarily made of plastic there for the man, but I think the big thing as well is that whilst they might be the dynamic duo and they're moving around the map rapidly, they're not doing so in a way that I would say is untradeable. That was a big criticism I had in the earlier maps for the side of Paper Rex. Forsaken or maybe even Jing would just go off on his own little journey and no one's there to trade him. They're in the ability to have reminiscent of FPX having those crossfires, having those trade games, something they were lacking before. In this last map, that will be crucial for them. It's a big map. There is no room for error.
How do we feel about Jing Seiken?
No.
No? Back to the drawing board?
I love it too.
Yes,
Of
Baller.
course.
Baller gave me the pity love. But moving on to the last map. Okay, I'm going to... We've seen some shenanigans.
Right.
Benkai Phoenix, do you think we're going to get
No.
to that level of shenanigans?
No.
Benkai Phoenix? No
He
way.
would go down in history as like the biggest memer of all time if he
But
decided.
imagine if they won on it.
Yeah, but
that
there's
would be
about a
impressive.
98% chance that they won't win if he decides to throw that agent in.
We say that on the other side of things.
Grabe, walang super
I don't know,
close.
you know what I mean? Like, legitimately,
hope
you
not.
have agents on both sides of the coin here that could be fun.
I'd
I
rather
don't
see
know.
the Xiao Jet than that, if I'm honest.
Well, no, to be honest, yeah. I mean, I think the evolution of FPX throughout this tournament with the Yoru stuff has been artists just talking it down the entire time.
Yeah.
So I think his confidence built when Angel was finally like, okay, we'll stop.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't looked the best, especially the record, the results on this map hasn't been great. But we heard it from Angel. He does want to kind of school Forsaken a little bit. He wants to show off a little bit. And I feel like when else is he going to get the opportunity than now?
I think the thing is as well, if you look at the last comp that was run by the side of PRX, it's not one I expect them to run again. Like, you look at their chamber on Jing, I think that's one of the only times he's ever played it. I don't think he enjoys that agent. I think it works a lot better when it comes to Forsaken. And having, like, both of them with the Jet as well, I think that's something they're only going to run when it comes to APAC. If they run it again here, I don't know, I'm not feeling good
It
about it.
reminds me of the uncomfortability that Optic felt when they were trying to implement this map, right? They really didn't have somebody who could play the chamber and the Jet at the same time. It was like kind of weird. So they were flexing, and finally they found a player
Next
who was
level
willing to do it.
ends.
But
Diba?
that speaks to them not necessarily being super happy, super comfortable with the map.
Yeah, I love the fact that Devi can just pick up, I mean, any weapon you put in this man's hands seems to work. It's the Odin, it's the Tour de Force, it's the Operator, and I'm like, damn, I can sit here and watch a montage of this all day of the week. So it's nice, you're right, that there is a secondary player to take on the chamber role. Paper Rex isn't sort of shoehorning themselves into these
Oh,
roles
walang
and
close
being
game
agents
eh.
where, oh, I'm the only one that can play chamber. I'm the only one that can play duelist, for example. These are being swapped around interchangeably, and on a map like Breeze, you pointed it out rightfully so, someone has to be prepared to switch around. Do we see a Yoru, though? That's my big question, and I don't know where that's going to go.
I will say, Tom, I think you're right. I think if they are going to switch around the chamber, I don't want to see it on Jing.
No, I
just
think
doesn't
it
make
limits
sense.
him. I
Yeah.
think that's the thing. Forsaken has managed to almost just hit that W gaming even on an agent where it doesn't really add too much in, but, well, we are going to be getting in soon.
We are into the Prime Gaming Agent Select. For the last time in this tournament, keep your eyes peeled on whether we are going to get a Yoru. I'm quite vigilantly on Yoru watch right now, and things are already shaking up a little.
What if on the other side, Artist goes
what?
back to a Jet, Jing is going to come in on the
you
Neon
wanted
as
him
well.
to move, Baller. You wanted him to
What?
move. Did you want him to move that far?
Wait, Jing Neon? Wait, what? Wait, what? Forsaken Yoru?
Neon Yoru, breach!
They got no Viper. They got no
Wait,
Viper.
what?
And
Wait.
There's so much insanity here. I feel like when you look at Breach as well, this was an agent that pretty much from day one, everyone went, yeah, you probably don't want to play that when it comes to Breeze. It's way too open a map. You're not going to be able to set up. And they've just gone, yeah, you know that comp with Phoenix? That looks kind of normal now compared to this.
I would say that some of the Fnatic guys were talking about that Breach being absolutely overpowered on Breeze. So I'm looking forward to maybe seeing that.
Aren't
but on
they?
the side,
Fnatic doesn't play Breeze.
They're the team that
I mean,
banned the
I
map.
trust Mini, but on the side of FPX, I like the comfort picks of putting Sugetsu back on the Cypher. This is like an OG Sugetsu pick.
Don't care. Don't care. I don't care. Paperx's comp is ridiculous, man.
This is so Barlett's losing his mind.
We get to come back at halftime and rip this apart. We get to work out exactly what it is they have up their sleeves, but you don't pick that without a plan.
Okay, Barlett, I know you're losing your mind, but just one thing you want the people to keep an eye on. Only one.
I mean, Neon running up with the breach flashes. I mean, what do you want me to say? There's no Viper wall, so they can't really take that much space. It's going to be like a caterpillar.
They got a lot of stuns.
Yeah, they got loads of stunts.
Yeah, I think that's going to be fun.
Stun gaming, from W gaming to stun gaming?
Yeah, there's so much to take it. I also think you have to look at the Astra here, like how they're actually going to utilize that without having a Viper.
Well, Bala is very hyped here on the desk. We are hyped. Copenhagen, I need you guys to make some noise for FPX and PaperX as we head into the final map of this grand finals.
At the end of this map, a new god is going to be born. We will have a new team on the throne with Masters Copenhagen. That is such a sick feeling that it's gone to map 5 and such bonkers compositions as well.
Outlandish, man.
Needs Neon,
Just inject a bit of pure pandemonium into
Breach,
it. And I mean, this crowd has been electric. The
Astra, and
been
Yoru.
electric. I would not have it any other way. Map 5 here in our grand finals. PaperX versus FPX.
Copenhagen, are you ready for map 5? I'm not sure I'm ready, Brent. I'm going to be honest. PaperX is starting on the attack side here. Like the Des was talking about, there's no Viper walls whatsoever. How do they cut off sight lines? How are they going to find value?
Drone?
I mean, I guess they're just running in.
And Jing just runs in and he finds them. Breaking ankles, taking names, but Shao locks it down, he shuts it down.
Wait, what?
Still playing over by the half wall kind of setup. And Mindfreak on the lurk here, looking for another one of those big rounds.
Mindfreak, what an opening to get. Hard is taken out, still the fight being taken. Jing, the confidence.
No, stop repicking the same angle.
He collects it easily enough.
No, Mindfreak got this. Mindfreak got this. Parehong one bullet, uy.
Knows where the spike is.
Parehong one bullet, uy.
No!
How?
Favored, but ultimately
Paano? 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 Nakakainis talaga si Xiao.
Already starting to see glimpses of what PaperX are going for there. They had a flash, and then as Forsaken Gate crashed in, it was comboed with a fault line from Divide. It is such a bizarre way of playing, but it all got shut down by Xiao. Wow. The recon dart, the spam kill onto Forsaken, a second one that he found.
Just unbelievable.
And then
shots to find.
Hitting the headshot there as well onto Mindfreak.
Ice cold.
Giving him the aim punch. What is that?
Sayang.
PaperX are not done though. They're going
Parehong
for a
one bullet yun. Nag-force.
Again, a dangerous tempo, a dangerous game they're playing, but it's all on the line, why not? It's going to be the Prowler, it's going to be removing a bit of the threats there. They crash into the back, that's going to be a teleport and the dart. No targets really being found. That is still, this is a player lurking, waiting at that main approach, that one choke point angle, but the spike will be planted.
I mean, it's a good counter.
Post-plan scenario is
I think full buying is a good counter kasi laging ganito FPX, so Angel always only has a ghost.
Forsaken, in fact, does not get out of there.
Tapos si totoong Forsaken pala yun, no?
Benkai's weak.
No, stop! Stop peeking! Stop
They are going to be favored in this one, but it's a trade anyway. Now, the flank timing, the lurk. Mindfreak is down for him to do some damage, to buy a bit of time and space for his team, but now, look at this, running them down with the ghost in play. Doubled up.
Peeking, please.
Mindfreak against the wall.
Ano yung standing tuto na?
Whoever
wins this.
Half online, and he has to swing wide, he has to hit the shots, but it's Xiao again. And time just enough. They shut down the force buy.
And Xiao has just been so clean for FPX. There have been other players, obviously, coming up huge for them, time and again. But Xiao has always been a rock that they can rely on for these late game, late round kind of moments. Demonic in the clutch. Utterly cold. And that puts PaperX back down onto an eco round, just using these sheriffs. And listen, whether or not PaperX fall or fly, they're doing it in true APAC style.
Oh, yes.
You could not get a better end to this series.
Xiao,
It's the most
diba? Nakakabadtrip talaga si Xiao. Alam mo yung imbis na humanga ako kay Xiao, nababadtrip ako sa kanya.
Really is someone that you'd find, honestly, just picked up in your rank game.
Alam ko dapat mapawawa ko, pero nababadtrip talaga ako.
Sheriffs, a marshal or two, whatever, to work with. You can see that's why FPX are playing this with such discipline. This angle being played by Ardis as well. He's going to be able to watch for him. Trying to push up deep into mid as well. It doesn't really reveal too much of his positioning as well.
That smoke, however, is going to make Ardis think there's potential for somebody to be deep already at Arch.
Skate crashing to the back of the side, but the shot's so just missed. Forsaken couldn't find the head, and Ardis is still being surrounded by enemies, but with the rifle, he should be good for it. A quick updraft, revealed by the dart.
Flawless.
Mind Freak's lurk comes to no fruition.
And that is a prime game in Flawless as FPX continue to build up their economy here. The FPX composition is so good at gaining information around the map. Sugetsu's setups are going to allow them to put cameras, tripwires all over the map. And then you still have information being given by Zipan as he throws flashes deep into different areas. It speaks to the flexibility of both of these teams, that they're able to almost roll the dice on the compositions they want to play as they head into the most important map.
Sayang yung pistol tsaka yung next round.
All on the line.
Sayang yung pistol.
PaperX immediately swinging out to window, punish Ardis. And Sugetsu tried to hold the angle, but just got overwhelmed. Too many bodies for him to deal with.
Instant response though. Looking through mid, Angel just takes up all this space now. He's going to be watching, holding, seeing if anybody comes within his crosshairs.
And FPX have decided to play heavily for mid here. Both A and B are full retake setups. Not that PaperX know that.
Making their moves now as well, delivering that spike over towards one side of the map. FPX are playing so cautious in terms of just their positioning. All of them grouped up.
This middling kind of positioning from Xiao might allow him to use his Hunter's Fury to stop some kind of plant, but I think he might just be a fraction too far away.
Sending to release the trip. Triggering there, giving them a bit of information, a bit of positioning, but still now they have to use that cam, clearing it down.
And honestly, against PaperX, you're worried they've pushed your spawn.
Yeah, they could have taken so much advanced positioning off of this. Not
nice!
Forsaken well. Taking away Zipan. Advantage. Gain for PaperX. Looking like they can maybe put this round on the board.
And amazingly, PaperX are actually playing really passive positions on the post plant, going for the reflank now through tunnel. Sugetsu's got it all to do. And
nice! Si Davay talaga si Batang Odin.
Spamming around there for PaperX.
But think about how they're playing these post plants. Whenever they get the spike down on B, they're not pushing, they're not trying to get aggressive into spawn or hold 3 players on site. They're backing off. They're trying to play for elbow control. And that, I think, indicates a really good understanding of how to play this map. Because the post-plant positioning you can get from there is just amazing.
Yeah. And I think as well, goes against the grain in terms of what you expect with PaperX playing this composition.
I agree.
Yoru in play, Jing as well. These guys are known to just take space and be
Diba, Odin?
with it, but one way to shut that down is Ardis.
Bakit pag si Forsaken naka-off, natutuwa ako? Pero pag...
Has to back away. Forsaken in the corner, he's taken a boatload of damage, but now still wants to try and push his way back into it. Maybe it's
nice!
Found, and the shot is true. Sugetsu, head ripped clean off.
Davay loves to be... Pagkalaban gumamit ng Odin, siguro mababadtrip ako. Pero dahil si Davay, natatawa lang ako. Ganun ako ka... Patay to si Forsaken pag nag-TP, promise. Nakakabad trip na naman yan si Xiao. Pag nag-TP si ano.
Just break it.
To the side, Artist looks to try and make a moment out of it, a bit of magic maybe.
Okay.
But this retake with the operator, never ideal.
Nice! Forsaken.
With that swing.
Nice, Mind Freak.
Utility in the hands of his opponents, and Artist not even allowed the luxury of saving that operator.
Oh yeah, let's go. Paper X, let's go.
And the post plants are looking fantastic for Paper X. Mind
Hi
Freak
Ralph!
doing his job
Siyempre,
perfectly on
11
those lurk
stars
plays.
para sa 11 na gawa ni Ralph. Paper X!
And I think that's
Paper
gonna be
X!
such a challenge for
Paper
FPX to
X!
deal with.
How much do you dedicate the resources utility to try and shut down Mind Freak when he's taking up position?
Ang ganda ng mga late lurk ni Mind Freak. Kaya siya nag-Astra eh. Pwede siya mag-lurk, mag-stars kahit saan.
Very well combined between Divine and Forsaken. Back when we used to see them play this, I mean, obviously
Intense
online, you would have Benkai playing the breach for them, sending in those fault lines, but it was the same combo. Yoru ult, fault line, allows Forsaken to find the easier kills. And here, Mind Freak has to be so creative with how he's using the smokes.
Oh, it's already expending that dash. Still has the ultimate, still has the Blade Storm. He could do some serious work into this one, but the post plan's locked down. Now a fast lane. Just dodging to the side of it.
No! Forsaken! Namimigay ka na naman ng Vandal! Forsaken, huwag ka mamigay ng Vandal.
Passive post plant positioning being played.
Rolling Thunder, and they've got a star on the spike. It's going to be incredibly difficult to try and get away with this one. The Nightfall.
They know that they've detected all five.
Yeah.
I mean, Mind Freak could just be running at them right now, and he is.
On quiet on it now to Rolling Thunder, overlapping all of the abilities.
Ang ganda ng mga lurk ni Mind Freak. Grabe.
Space gain off of it, Paper X.
Kaya lang tatlo namatay sa kanila doon sa eco. Good eco yun ng FPX. Good eco yun ng FPX kasi nag-breach ult, fade ult, tapos tatlo yung namatay sa kanila.
But Paper X are playing this one beautifully. You can tell that this isn't just a comp that they've thrown together at the last moment. Or if it is, they're geniuses. Because they've got a great understanding of what they want to do with it. How long does it take Angel to figure out that they're playing passive post plants? That's my big question. Once Angel starts to get a read, and maybe this time out I'll be conferring with Doombros, once Angel gets the read that they're playing these passive post plants, fast retakes might be the order of the day.
The way that Paper X are playing this Euro is so different to the way that FPX have played it in the past on Breeze. Often it's like a slow siege, a take of mid-control. A lot of the Euro, the implementation of it by Paper X has been these fast executes, something to add the extra layer on top of Jing just running it down on Neon.
And from what we saw of Paper X's A-site hit, I'm not convinced that would work
Standing
on
2-2. Last na to. Whoever wins this wins the
where they
full
only go
series.
A on anti-ecos.
Sure.
You can see the pings now that both teams have rifles back in their hands.
A-pack na to guys. A-pack na to guys. Wait lang.
Still positioning, at least given up early, but time to...
Yeah, still 10 seconds for them to set up, but certainly having a discussion about their positioning in spawn here. But look at the positioning of Paper X. They look like they want to send this thick and fast straight into B.
What is the play here?
And they have the Cosmic Divide as a kind of...
Finals na. Oh, grand finals na to eh. Pag nanalo Paper X dito, World Champs A-pack.
They know the money online means that could be seen that operator in buy. Of course, Artist has it, but he's in a completely different location. And now the Cosmic Divide and the fast lane. Any hopes of holding that angle to the side just going to be denied. But space given up. Angel, in fact, working his way off to the side. Could be able to catch a player or two.
And Jing caught by the recon, but couldn't be punished.
Nanaksak si Forsaken, no?
Surely Artist.
Oh?
Surely not.
Huh?
Enabled flash as well. He can. Does he want to push through? The answer is no. To seek her up close.
Okay.
Denied. Coming through. The dog does so much work. So much damage.
Tatlo yung kalaban niya doon, yung Skydog, si Ardis, saka si Angel.
They just want to try and buy time. Push them back a bit of spam. Artist,
Good
an unlucky
spam.
one. Just as like
Yung Odin yung Odin yung Mind Freak.
No one is on this one. In fact, look, still the star in play. A tap of it, a timing now. Alert comes through. Sugetsu, he could be a difference maker. He at least gets two, but just down to Angel. And the time, the pressure just far too much.
And these Paper X rounds are looking gorgeous. Every plan that they've run through in theory, working in practice. After those first 3 rounds that FPX have put on the board, it's looked like they have no answer They can't stop the site hits, and they can't win the retakes. But everything has been on B. All right, time to test the theory, Brent. FPX are back onto an eco. Do Paper X go A?
Oh, yeah.
Certainly looks like it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
it's there, isn't it?
I wonder if Angel can get a read on this as well.
Positioning, though, I mean, the players are so deep into spawn here.
The vial of big guns. Si Mind Freak nga gumamit last round, pinulot niya.
This Viper Wall does do a lot to try and slow down the approach. Paper X obviously don't want to disrespect this one too much. They could just get destroyed in the blender that is this choke point. In fact, case an example right here, Ardis. Great opening pick for them, but the wall goes down and now they're starting to slowly accrue a bit of that space. What a shot! Divide dropped down to 5 health, but not enough to secure that kill.
These players on site are struggling here.
So aggressive.
Why do they keep white picking?
Why
do they keep white picking?
As well, FPX. Heads being found, guns being gained, and it has to be the pivot.
Mind Freak with the spike just booking it over towards the B site. Sugetsu still has his cam in this position. But there's a Viper's pit been dropped on A. 2 players still staying there. And Defy's gonna look for a lurk with 5 health and an Odin.
They really have brought APAC, haven't they, to Copenhagen?
I love it.
Kind of plays, man.
I love it. You just can't expect
You can't prep for it.
Mind Freak's going to start distracting now as he starts tapping the plant. Does this turn eyes? Does this get Defy a free one?
The timing on it! Then the kill is found. Still a 2v3 though. FPX in theory should be favored into this one.
And I love that Mind Freak goes for a pick as he anticipates, or Mind Freak, sorry, goes for a peek as he anticipates everyone looking towards Defy. He knows that he'll have a little less stress on his shoulders for just a moment. And now the trap is starting to close. Can Defy provide enough assistance here?
Was one of the players to tap onto the spike as well, swinging through, but the damage.
Nice.
Oh, the gun just not quite good enough. 5 HP in window though, does not expect this one. Angels worked his way around, but he's gonna find positioning on the site. Repositions.
Oh, nice! Thank you, Mind Freak.
Off the clock. Mind Freak, impeccable rotations.
These rounds somehow being saved by Paper X, mostly because of the gun advantage. Look at the replay here. Mind Freak, even before this actually, was taking mostly duels against players that had sheriffs.
Let's go! Let's go! The crowd seems firmly on the side of Paper X. A lot of cheers for these guys. How can you love them?
I've heard the FPX chants as well. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. But at the moment, it has just all been APAC. Paper X winning 5 rounds in a row here, forcing an FPX timeout. And what is the adjustment? I think from our point of view, Bren, there are clear things that FPX can try to work with.
Sure.
But the patterns are not as obvious when you can't see all of the information.
No, you're only seeing one half of it.
And for FPX right now, getting that read on how Paper X are playing post plants, when they're hitting sites based on the economy of their opponents, all of these things would be crucial tools for FPX to have access to right now.
Odinson.
And they themselves are working with a composition that they haven't been playing recently. This is not their standard comp. They've either been running Shao on Jet, or they've been running the Yoru themselves. And Forsaken has decided to take it upon himself to prove to Angel he knows better.
Running the Euro against them. Tasted their own medicine.
Tilted na sa Odin. ang lakas ni Defy mong Odin, nakaka-bad trip.
Pretty good, and it is an approach of Flash just to grab the orb. The Cosmic Divide online for
Kanina pa yung...
How has he got the Cosmic Divide online once more?
Kanina pa yung
And so this is the first time that Paper X start with a default. But it looks like they're going to go back again into a B push. It's been a B push every time in these rifle v rifle rounds, and the Cosmic Divide is such a massive tool for either side.
They've slowed down for about a moment, but eventually the pace must resume. And there's the Rolling Thunder to get to it to the back. But look at all the utility. Combat up, Angel somehow able to claim himself a snakebite kill.
Go back, please. Nice.
Once more, but he oversteps himself. Utility in his hands, and his hit has gone skew.
It's the first time that FPX have decided to commit fully to it. Overstack players here. And the problem with that is Mindfreak's always on the lurk. And he's managed to find the A
Davay.
site. So
Davay, sa likod mo, Davay.
crucial thing
Davay,
here is for
likod mo,
Mindfreak to not
Davay.
overstep himself. We've
Charet,
seen
wala
moments
pala.
like this before where PaperX just
Sana
too
makapitas,
determined
sana
to get an
makapitas.
extra kill.
Wala.
Can't go down easily.
Mindfreak's aggressive.
Pag ito, si Mindfreak.
Just hearing Zipan
Holes,
off his
holes, holes.
Incredibly cautious.
Alam niya. Alam nila holes.
Waiting for one timing.
That's decent information that you can pass over to Benkai. It's actually Davai, again, who becomes the lurker.
Si Davay naman yung nag-lurk. Xiao? Xiao, wag ka titingin, please. Alam nyo, medyo delikado dito is pag napatay yan. Kapag natira si Davay, ang layo niya.
The spike down, has to try and get in a position where he can play this post plant. And instead of running for the spike, he's going to try and get an angle onto it.
You've got to be joking me. You've got to be kidding me. Planted off to the side. He falls on the miss. Sticking it down. Already half onto it. The fault line to try and stun them up, but FPX, it's handed to them.
Yun yung sinasabi ko pa lang. Yung nakakatakot dito is they are too far away that if mamatay si Planter, si Benkai,
Mostly because FPX players happen to stop.
they're too far away from the spike.
They contacted all the way through, even when the spike was down. Zipan did not make any noise. Contacted down into walls, picked up this kill. Hardest getting the one beforehand. It was all essential.
And maybe Mindfreak's death could have been avoidable, for sure, if he'd managed to position himself somewhere where he's not as exposed.
Sayang yan. Oo, sobrang ganda na nung pwesto nila. Sayang yan. Or kung kinroll niya si Zipan. Di ba sinabi niya na na-hold si Zipan? Ba't doon pa din namatay si Benkai? Pining niya eh. Pining niya na holds na si ano. Napatay niya pa din si Jin.
Claims a kill. Chaos, a bit of pandemonium approaching now onto the side as kills are just again flowing one side to the next. Seeker's even in play and the angle just cannot be found by Zipan.
It's an awesome kill by Mindfreak.
Grabe, nasa kanila na yung holes. Dalawa sila dun.
Problem for them over at stairs. And now the round can slow down. But there wasn't really a lurk play over towards B. Mindfreak was required to help the rest of his team.
Oh, libre ang B! Pero may Cypher, ano, pang retake.
To have to watch towards
Odin lang katapat ni Xiao. Kesa mahulog sa maling tao. Sayang nahulog pa siya. Meron siyang ano nun, yung aftershock. Oo. Benkai, please magdog ka. Parang awa mo na mag-prowler ka. Wala na siyang prowler! Timing? Timing?
Benkai just gets the horn back
Oh
online.
no.
Trying to see if he can get a targeted fault line, but Artist
Ang
dodged
sakit.
it.
What a shot still. The disrespect being shown into the aftershock almost goes down from it, but with the time down to just 20 seconds, Guy picks up the operator. It looks like it's going to be the safe play.
10 seconds, the clock ticking down. No hope for PaperX.
Sayang yun.
And here come the FPX chants. I knew the fans were in the building. They just had no reason to be loud up until this point. Map 5, 5-5 the score. A knife's edge that separates these two teams. A massive difference in their approach to this, the decider, that puts someone on the throne. But Artist played a masterclass in this round,
so
disrespecting all of the utility to get picks.
30 seconds left.
Having immense value with the operator, but a similar scene being painted again. Last 3 maps, it feels like this first half of each of them has been so even. Back and forth, all the way down, but eventually grabbing control and grappling it away.
And PaperX haven't had very much success over on the A site. Even when they were running against the eco rounds, they still tripped up. And as they take a timeout here, I'm sure that's going to be something they're discussing. There are ways that you could make this composition work on an A hit. I think an A split where you take halls control, you have Mindfreak's utility at the bottom of halls, you're doing a hall split, you only need bridge smoked off, you're coming from all of the other entrances, so you don't necessarily need the Viper wall.
Just to highlight the stakes once more, in case it wasn't obvious here, map 5 in our grand finals to decide who will take away the title, the Masters 2 champion.
We heard it from Artist earlier on in the day. He said, we came here as challengers, we're gonna leave as kings. And that is a bold claim that they've now gotten close. closer and closer to fulfilling. But there is a hair's breadth between these two teams.
Of course.
Definitely the two best teams that we have in the tournament. And they've both turned up on a dramatic level. This series, it's anyone's to take.
Naging 5-5. Sayang talaga yung...
One would argue that FPX maybe with the harder task in terms of how they've been
Walang senti. Mas mahirapan sila mamaya pag defense.
forged them into something else entirely.
Naka-double duelist sila eh.
Into the back, they're ready for it. Seen that play before. Angels more than ready. And Artis as well returns fire. The angle locked down with the operator. The overdrive is denied. Every player toppling. But Jing returns again. Glides to the side. But eventually the shots finding it and shutting him down.
Kala ko may kachat ako. Sorry.
Look how quickly FPX have 4 players onto the B site. Within moments of the initial pieces of utility being dropped, FPX are rotating players there instantly. Choosing, I mean, the read is perfect from FPX, and their adaptation in the half is awesome. Just instantly, off the first piece of utility, stack players on the site, play to deny the plant going down. PaperX can't play post plants if they never have a plant.
Great adjustments. The final round of this first half. One's going to be broken. Artis, an aggressive angle, and why not pop the Blade Storm off? You feel the pressure being applied.
Forsaken's so deep. I don't see how Artis could read this.
So much to get through as well. All the way down into Horse. It's going to be a fast.
Oh,
to take all the positioning up. And it has injected that chaos into the round, but Zippany just contains it regardless.
If Jing hadn't used his fast lane, Forsaken would have had a free kill. But now he's getting droned out.
No way!
Did he spot him?
Running around the side. The decoy in play. Shao still locks that angle. And it's up to Artis. He can feel the approach. The Blade Storm, the updraft. The head's not being found. But now Hunter's Fury. Anything to help him out. It's the 1-4-1.
Angel spent the entire round inside his Viper's pit, over by A main. That means he's got a very quick flank here. And for PaperX, they've got to force the fight. They know that they're at a player disadvantage. They can't go for the back. The safe
Trailblazer misses. The dog is not going to be setting them up. And yet, the safe option, not an option. Angel's already flanked around. Benkai's positioning. Removed, taken out. Devi is known. He gets one, but he has a mighty task. 1v2, isolates it. Down to the Shao reigns supreme.
You just can't outclutch Shao. He's been a monster this tournament. He's a great player
Kabad trip
online,
talaga
but
si
he's been a
Shao.
superstar here offline. Winning round after round after round for FPX. What an attempt by Devi. What a great try.
Oh, the frustration
seeping in. But when it feels like there's a final boss on the other side that you just can never get through, you can realize why they might end up being frustrated.
radiates through, doesn't it? That's going to be the first half here on our final map of the Grand Finals. Desk, take it away. What have you got for us?
Thank you very much, Bren and Sideshow. What a half that was. Probably the most entertaining half we've seen all day. Did you guys think we were going to get a 7-5 when PRX started to push the way they did onto those sides?
I mean, that's just such a ridiculous game that I was like, there's either they crush this or they get stomped. But we have an even game in our hands. This is ridiculous. The fact that
ayoko talaga kay Shao. Ayoko kay Shao kasi ang galing niya, kaya ayoko kay Shao. Awan ko kung bakit. Hindi ko alam kung bakit na ano ako kay Shao. Tsaka sa FPX. Siguro kasi APAC fan ako.
The way he was placing his smokes, it was very well planned. The thing is though, and the thing I always love about FPX, even though they're up against probably the maddest composition we've ever seen, they still always adapt, and they did towards the end of that half.
Some of the lurks from some of these players as well. Devi decided to join in on the fun down towards mid, get a little lurk in the corner there. I think the crowd, you guys helped out a little bit on that one. I heard you guys screaming when that came down, but the biggest thing as well to keep in mind is that Mindfreak has this complete understanding of the map, where he can be, where the rotates might come through. He's had a really good half.
He has indeed, but on the side of FPX as well, they managed to claw this back.
Yeah, I do think that they took way too long to actually realize that there's no Sentinel on the other side, right? The flanks were not coming through except in 2 rounds. I think Angel was able to get some value out of it.
Yeah, and looking ahead onto the next half, Jess, I know you wanted to give us a stat about the pistols.
You know,
Feeling ko baka mag-mid aggression na naman yan.
Stats in the game, so let me give you something. Throughout this entire series, the team that has won the second pistol, and they have pretty well evened up on the winning of the pistols, but if you win the second pistol, they've won the map so far. That's for every map thus far. So whoever wins the very next round, statistically, if I've got everything here, according to the stats, they should win not just the map, the entire match. So that's what I've found so far. A little bit of a
Thank you,
So the tournament comes down to one pistol round.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, most important pistol round I've been a part of in the audience of. And Brandon Saisho, let's see who's going to get this important round.
Feeling ko mag-mid aggression na naman ang ano.
Very important round.
Hindi. Hindi sila mag-A aggression sila.
Into the final half that we're going to see.
Ay, feeling ko ready na. Ready na FPX for their A aggression. Feeling ko talaga ready na sila. Sanay na sila eh. Paper Rex hold W. All they need to do is hold.
And Jing not going for his fast lane this time. Has a stun in hand with the Ghost.
Already the disrespect being shown.
Okay, nice. Jing goes back.
He's swinging before he's even ready to shoot his second shot with the Ghost. And yet he still finds Zipan's head.
Ayan no, tingnan nyo, FPX, they're just holding. They're waiting for the W's. They're waiting for the W's, but Paper Rex is not giving the W's. This is nice. This is good.
But FPX
Hindi umabot
paralyzed by ignorance. They don't know.
Mawala na yung TP ni Yoru. Nawala na. Wala nang TP si Forsaken.
They don't know if Forsaken's going to be going aggressive with his teleports. They need to play spread and play slow to try and figure out what the game plan is. They just have to hope that when they finally figure it out, they have to hope it's not too late.
Magsasabay sila sa mid.
Not quite catching.
Uh-oh.
Slide off angle. How are they still finding these kills? Bit of a jiggle there with the movement. Shao eventually gets him. On the other side of things, it was Jill.
Oh, nice! Wait for it!
To open it up. Hey, oh my word. Paper
4v2, please don't throw.
Spike's still going to be stuck down the full line. Gives him a huge advantage.
Ay!
All the pressure in the world. A prowler in his face. A flash. A tap at a Spike.
Ay!
He has to stick this one. He has to stick it or win this 1v1 and Davai. All he needs to do is survive.
Ay, thank you, Davai. Thank you, Davai.
Paper Rex who win it out.
And they take one step closer towards that trophy. Winning the pistol is massive, but the manner in which they did it as well is gonna start to scare FPX.
Yung pull pa yung naka-throw off dun sa crosshair ni Forsaken ng funny. Yung pull na supposedly yun yung They needed that pistol so bad para hindi maging 5-9. Para hindi maging 5-9, they needed that. Okay. Basta stop giving guns. That's all I ask. Kasi Paper Rex always gives gun on eco. Uh-oh. Walang tumingin ng nest. Ayan, alam na ni Davai. Bakit sinabi ni Ard? Bakit ni-checka ni Ardes? Andito ako sa nest. Nakakakaba. Oo, kasi last map na to. Pipik yan kay Forsaken. Imposibleng hindi. Bam! Isa pa. Flash. Yan, namigay na ulit sila ng baril. Nakay-Shao pa. Oh my gosh.
Not too much time to work with. Where's the Spike gonna end up?
Lagi na lang silang namimigay ng baril sa eco room.
It's about being able to
Lagi na lang.
remove weapons from the hands
Oh my god, wala silang sentinel.
but they're pushing into
Mamamatay to si ano. May mama. Uy, namatay si Zipan. Nice.
Like it could have potentially got dangerous.
Nice. Last guy, Xiao.
Okay.
Oh my god, I don't like Xiao.
Hopefully gonna be happy with the damage that he did.
Nice, Bulldog.
I think he'd be happy to die there, actually.
Wala silang sentinel, makakagapang lang kahit saan. Makukuha lang yung nest, yung
They
halls.
did some serious damage over to the Paper X bonus. But now we get
Oh my
this
god,
question.
nakakatakot na. Bonus round.
Has Paper X got something crazy prepped for their defense side? And if
Please
so,
win.
can they make
Please
it
win,
work?
Paper X. Please win.
Bind Fracture, that was one of the failures. But they've drawn the final map level.
Conversion at a bonus. Paper X. Be laughing all the way to the bank, wouldn't they? The fault line.
Wow. Stun.
Oh no.
Suck.
Please go back.
Up to punish anybody that would be playing these passive positions.
Incredibly deep as
Wow.
well. Taking the space away from Xiao. How much further back can you get? Essentially on the beat.
Okay, good.
The damage
Thank
was found
you.
on the Forsaken, but eventually
Thank
does
you,
trade
thank you,
that
thank
kill.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Xiao is good. Yes, that's why he's annoying.
FPX with less time to work with and more of the map to re-clear. These are the moments where Paper X were occasionally trying to get a bit too funky. Somebody else on the other side of the map trying to make a play happen.
Sana ma-read nila na B. Please, please. Nagping na si Forsaken. Nandiyan na si Davai.
To try and reinforce this position with
May
Forsaken.
Sky sila, may blind pa sila.
Flash agents over defending B.
The battle lines are drawn.
Please.
Closer hold.
Win bonus, please. Please, Paper X. Parang awa nyo na win bonus. Parang awa nyo na talaga. Stun! Stun!
Fault line comes through. The damage is certainly done. Davai watching the angles, Forsaken up. It's gonna get cleaned up. Not
What?
too much done to get to Guardian. This guy's looking far too clean with it, and there's still enough time for them to try and get this plant down. The positioning is
Sayang,
gained.
nag-pick
Plant
si
gonna be stuck.
Davai.
Cage giving him just enough coverage. But
Patay.
a little bit of favor there. Mind Freak just has to zip away, but what a shot! Benkai the
Nice!
And they win out the bonus.
I thought Sugetsu might be able to get the job done there. What a pillar for FPX. But Paper X is so fast on these kind of decision-making moves. Divide grabbing a crucial one around the back. But the final moment there is all about Benkai. He sends a Prowler forwards, so the rest of FPX think that they're both coming from tunnel. And then Benkai grabs the elbow so quickly.
Nerf siya.
Backstab.
7-9 to. Eco. Parang awa nyo na Paper X. Stop giving guns. Si Davai naka-OD na naman, no? Sana ma-read nila na may Guardian ulit. Sana hindi na sila mamigay ng gun. Yun kasi talaga nagiging problem nila sa Eco eh. Yung namimigay sila ng gun.
Dodge there, the flash that comes down. This crossfire setup. Have to be cautious and watch.
Pag natalo, hindi ko na itutulog to. Ako. Nice.
See if they can supplement it, any sort of approach to take the fight through the choke point.
Medyo kinabahan ako sa pick ni Jing. Thank you for the notify, Landrel. Ang intense, sim. Sobrang lungkot ko pag tatalo Paper X, I swear. Buti na lang hindi Fnatic versus Paper X kasi gusto ko din sa Fnatic. Wala, no doubt. Paper X all the way talaga ako sa matchup na to. Lalo na Grand Finals na to. Imagine, APAC winning Grand Finals for the first time. Nice!
The Prowler latches onto him. Not going to be able to take too much more space off the back of it. Decay as well. Pressure from almost every single avenue, and with the spike drop, still
Nice! Thank you, Jing.
Dangerous times call for dangerous men. Jing has been a beast in this series so far, and it feels like whenever they need him most, he's able to just pop around a corner and hit a 3K. You see how much
Hi, Hackdog Gaming. Thank you for the notify. Hi, Cypress.
And tried to break his own recon dart because he's
Oh
just
my God.
getting overwhelmed by all of the stuff the Paper X
Ako ay isang hotdog. Indeed you are. I like hotdogs. Tinawanan ako ni Gian kasi nag-order ako one time sa ano.
all the way through.
Nag-order ako ng hotdog sa Food Panda. Tapos ang mahal 18 pesos. Tapos isang jumbo hotdog lang yun.
And how do PaperX play the retakes with this composition? They have the dimensional
Hoy!
to work with.
Ardis, mali yan. Ardis. Ardis, Benkay! Benkay, nasa baba mo, Benkay!
He can pick out positions on the map for this target.
He finds a flash to find it, but FPX 2 kills. Looking clean in this post plant. Reaffirming the crossfire setups that they've got carried them so far in this tournament.
Mind Freak dodges the flash actually.
Tries to make a play to spray down. It's not the cleanest thing in the world. Still doesn't.
No! No!
Important one at that. Ensuring the PaperX don't get that lead to run away with it.
No!
They hit back. They hit hard.
Singa pa rin, base.
What a rare, fast round coming out.
Grabe naman yung flick ni Ardis.
Sick play by Ardis. Finding that pick onto Jing neutralizes all of the aggression in the retake.
There's just no way you're favored there.
But also, what a switch up of tempo.
Yeah.
I think we could count on one hand the amount of times that FPX have gone for fast pushes.
5-0 run? Nasan? Alin ang 5-0 run?
Here comes Jing. Here comes Jing.
Yeah, speaking of the pace.
Ah!
That's the stun ball rip. Right around the side again. And he knows the position. And he knows to get to his isolated.
No.
But Ardis responds in kind. Holding down the staircase. Overdrive still in play. Tip tap of his feet.
One side, alam niya na. One side. Si Ardis!
Down, Ardis.
Nung tumalon siya, gets ko na eh. Forsaken? Forsaken?
Ardis is saving the round for them at this
Grabe
point.
yung kaba ko, parang nung sinagian yung lumalaban. Kasi APAC to eh.
Can't even pick anything else up.
Real difference maker, hasn't he?
Xiao, wag mo galitin. Xiao! Nakaka-bad trip talaga to si Xiao eh. Nakaka-bad trip talaga to si Xiao. Mas bad trip pa ako kay Xiao kaysa kay Ardis eh. Charot! Hindi, kay Xiao talaga. Hater talaga ako ni Xiao. 9-9 pa, huy. 9-9!
And you might have been fooled into believing that there was some kind of eco-crazy push coming out from PaperX as Jing popped off his ultimate.
Sayang yung
That was them
dalawa
going
ni
for a
Jing.
force. PaperX
Sayang
are
yung
now
dalawa ni Jing.
ceding control of the game as FPX tie the series up 9-9 with an economy advantage.
Bad trip talaga to si Xiao.
Moving into the next one as
Si
well.
Xiao ang kontrabida.
Feels like they've got that read. I think for FPX's path, the way that they even got here, hardships, obstacles, the entire way, but it hasn't stopped them. Even when going up against the former champions of Optic, they earn their spot here, but Davai
Nice, Davai.
bites back. The operator
Salamat,
that he saved into that
Davai.
round.
Parang awan nyo
Another
na.
hurdle for FPX to overcome. Angel not looking to get
Hey,
aggressive
Alec,
on
thank you for the
walls
follow.
Mind Freak would be waiting for him.
Please win.
And FPX, whenever these rounds start going badly, they seem to lack the map control to send things back in their favor.
Ang hirap talaga, no
FPX
sentinel.
have got to be patient
Like,
here. There's still a minute 10 on the
FPX
clock.
can pick
They can
any
group
part
up,
of the map
start
and
to move
take
over
it
to another area of the
instantly.
map.
Simply
If it's
because
Angel that leads the way, there's two
they don't have a
players
sentinel.
ready to punish.
I've got your trail.
Seekers in the mid round. That's for a bit of information. See if there's any players holding close, and of course there were.
It's all just a fake.
And a real hit starts to come down now onto B. A flash over the top Forsaken. Wants to disrupt this one. Here's the spike being planted.
May titingin sa planter.
For this peak! Angle being watched. Getsu's covered
Of
his teammates
course.
back.
Sarap lang naman natin walang titingin sa planter eh.
Fraction away from being able to deny the plant and buy time for the rest of his team to rotate in, especially with the Rolling Thunder. That could have been everything.
Fight's still being taken though, and mid locked down by Angel, ensuring that they can't get away with any mischief. Davai and Benkai up against this one with the crossfire.
Is Davai gonna save the op again?
More than favored.
Yeah.
He's just going to have to try and save this operator once again. And like we expected, FPX are going to try and take the lead here.
Oh, nice!
Onto it.
Good eco.
Benkai making it a little more dangerous, a little more expensive. But at the end of the day, it is FPX taking the lead, the first team to get to double digits in map 5.
How close are these teams, man?
They started 3 players away from even being able to attend Reykjavik. They're now 3 rounds away from winning in Copenhagen.
No,
PaperX forced to take a timeout as they adjust to what FPX have thrown at.
Sayang yung mga early pick, like makukuha nila yung first blood, pero matatalo pa din sila sa round.
The timeout, I think, forces the question for them now to see how they can deal with this. FPX's adjustments, the adaptations they've made, they've just been elite all series long, all tournament long.
They certainly have. FPX have done such an incredible job so far, and this one round could tip the entire balance in their favor. PaperX on the verge of being broken once more. 15 seconds left in their timeout to confer with Alex and try and find out what the game plan should be. PaperX must win this round to keep their dreams alive.
So important. In the past, PaperX are a team, they haven't let that pressure get to them. They've come into tournaments, they've been playing a bit of fun. Their goal has always been in a distant future for champions. It's given them that edge, that bit of whimsy that they needed to often just better themselves against some very tough opponents.
Please bring this 10-10. Parang awan nyo na. If PaperX lose this round, eco sila. Okay? They're gonna be 11-9, eco. Gonna be 12-9. Magiging 12-9 pag natalo sila dito.
FPX again moving the tempo up.
And you just don't expect
Retake
this.
sila.
It was PaperX with the timeout, and FPX have decided you will not get to execute your plan. We are immediately taking B.
Making sure that they watch for a lot of
Walang
these common angles.
sentinel,
Spike is gonna be
uy.
planted. It's
Dire-diretso
forced
lang
into
hold
that retake.
double.
A flank angle approach. You can see that there's a gate crash all the way back into their spawn, but Jing trying to find his way up into the angle. Now the Hunter's Fury. Popping off right now for Shao to see if he can shut this one down. The kill's still flooding through. A dash and a glide. But Angel again comes out on top. Forsaken, he is into the back of their spawn. The positioning is just so far away. And FPX, what a critical round to just slowly obtain this lead. Forsaken, what can you even do in this situation?
Trying to get the punish onto Angel, but at this point the round's already lost.
It's done.
The barest of silver linings being that he can take a Vandal into the next. But FPX are one step closer.
Eco sila. 12-9.
Josh, you mentioned it.
Pag di nila na thrifty, 12-9.
FPX were denied the chance to attend Reykjavik. They were watching from the sidelines
Grabe.
despite them being
Sayang yan, nakapitas na si Jing, pero dapat inintay niya na si Forsaken. Sana inintay niya na si Forsaken dun.
As other people defended the region's reputation and fought for the crown.
Dapat inintay niya na si Forsaken dun. Nung nakapick siya ng isa.
More than enough.
One of the oldest cores that we have in Valorant, formed in 2020, finally looking for that place to be seated on the throne. And it's
Pag
another
natalo
fast play.
sila,
They're
sobrang
working
wala
quite
na
cleanly.
silang
This is
economy.
it.
Nag-force buy sila, oh.
Work his way around the corner, but he spotted out. He saw to see if he can find the timing.
Nag-force buy na sila ngayon.
On the other
Dash
extremities
shot
of the
na
map,
nila
the
to.
shot's still being found.
Thank you.
Benkai. What a pick.
Nice
He's not
pick,
going to be able to watch
Benkai.
that one for much
Ayan, no,
longer.
tingnan nyo, FPX, iniiwan lang nila.
Has been compromised.
Hindi sila nag-hold ng same angle. Yun yung laging ginagawa ng PaperX.
How important it is. But they need more on top of it. The rolling thunder
Please.
scatters them.
Nice! Namatay na si Xiao! Woo!
Moves to the side, but Zipan
Si
again
Zipan naman.
comes back around. An instantaneous trade.
Totoo lang.
Half onto the fuse. They're sticking it all away. Benkai, you're an absolute menace. But he's shut down, still down to the 1v1 to buy. Zipan forced to offload the Seekers, and he will not get it off.
What an enormous play to take FPX to map point, match point, tournament point.
One enemy remaining.
And just phenomenal plays by Zipan.
Pareho nilang in-stick.
The rotations, the dodging, the juking, the
Pareho
weaving,
nilang
moving
in-stick.
around.
Sana hinaf ni Benkay. Sana hinaf ni Benkay muna. Sana hinaf ni
And these
Benkay.
adaptations have been awesome. The fast rounds have been excellently coordinated. And it feels like they're not afraid at all to mix up the tempo. They can feel the game is within their control. FPX's fate's in their own hands here.
Throwing forwards. Good info, but they're going to be tagged up now. And look at this Halls control.
Ayan, kinuha na naman yung Halls kasi libre lang. Libre lagi.
Nice! That's a crossfire setup.
Libre kasi, libre lahat. Libre lahat sa map. Libre mid.
Once more.
Libre nest, libre B, libre A kasi wala silang sentinel. Ibig sabihin, kailangan manalo lang talaga sila ng duel nila.
The Paulie hears it with the footsteps.
Thank you,
An opening
Dabay.
kill going their way once more.
Lagi silang nakakakuha ng opening kill pero natatalo pa din sila sa round. Yun kasi yung nakakatakot. Ayan o!
One step closer, Josh.
Bad trip talaga to si Xiao
That's
eh.
got them through the choke point as well. This is where things start to get very dangerous.
Incredibly dangerous, but still Forsaken, performing under the pressure.
Woy! Wag nyo na i-throw! Pero...
Absolutely ridiculous! And what a play! 4 kills for the final blow.
It's always the throws. It's always the throws. 4v2. Why would you 1v1?
An insane lower bracket run that began when he was allowed to play. The rest of the team did their job getting this man onto the stage.
Nag-throw sila dun.
Into the playoffs.
Nag-throw sila
Sugetsu
dun.
delivers the killing blow, putting FPX onto the throne. And Angel could barely believe it. He's worked for so long, worked so hard to get here.
Hindi naman na-throw yung double pick. Namatay lang sila. Pero tumalon kasi si Jing. Pero 4v2 yun. Kanila dapat yung round. Biggest throw. Napadami yung throw nila. Sayang. Confident kasi sila sa aim nila eh. Confident sila, kaya lang nila patayin lahat.
It is a brand new team put on the throne.
Hindi man lang Paper X, akala ko eh, pak na.
Merciless in their run throughout the lower bracket, slaughtering dreams left, right, and center. Knocked out Japan, stopped DRX from making top 3, killed every other EMEA team, gunning for that trophy.
4v2 talaga yun.
The people's champions, the most fun team we had in the tournament. No fun allowed.
Ardis played well. He did. Ang dami niya lagi makuha ang space. Pero 4v2 talaga yun. Dapat 10-12 yun. Nakakalungkot lang. Napasobra sa hold W.
There must be a new winner in Valorant. But for these kind of people, I mean, it's just
Ay.
Absolutely.
Grabe talaga si Xiao. Grabe si Xiao, promise.
What a finale, what a way to end it in our grand finals here in the exchange of the fist bumps. Respect being shown to the two competitors.
Atin dapat to.
Incredible two teams
Apak
delivering
dapat
an incredible match. Easily the best grand finals that we've had at a Masters event.
Hirap ng pick nila sa Greece. Ginawa na daw nila yan sa G2. Oh my god.
The names being chanted.
Xiao, oo nga. Si Xiao, ang annoying ni Xiao. Alam mo yung pagkalaban mo, annoying. Si Xiao yun.
Into champions.
Ayan na, highlights.
It couldn't have been done in much more of an EMEA style. I love the fact that Paper X went out their way.
GG
GG
sa APAC.
FPX pulling out a composition that was new to them in terms of Breeze.
Yan no, si Xiao talaga.
Zipan playing Sky. Moving over to some classic informational Valorant. And that's how they get it done.
Sayang yung lead nila. Sayang talaga. Yan no, ito, boom, boom.
Just a ridiculous play towards the end. Look how much it means to them, man. Look how much it means to them.
That's FPX at their first international tournament. Imagine if they'd been able
Pareho
to
pala silang gumagalaw.
and think about what they'll be able to do in the future. What
Quit
a
balo
team
na ako,
to
Corny.
finally sit at the top of the pile.
Diba? Paper X talaga dapat
And now
yun.
Golden Boy is down on the floor with our Masters 2 champions.
Sayang. Sana
Last
nag-chamber
April,
na lang.
FPX had to sit back and watch Masters Reykjavik from the sidelines. Today, there are no more what-ifs. They overcame every single obstacle in their way, and every single piece fell right into
Dapat
place.
nag-chamber
Ladies and
na lang
gentlemen,
sila.
your Masters Copenhagen champions, Fun Plus Phoenix!
Oo, Joko. Laging, mapasobra lagi si Jing din. Pag nakapick si Jing ng isa, mag-hold W pa din siya. Nakapitas na siya ng isa. Unlucky, GG. Yoru, sakto lang din yung impact ni Yoru. Chamber or Jet would have been better. Oo, walang sentinel. Like, literally free. Everything is free. Like, they take calls, they take nest, they take mid. All rounds.
An incredible run.
Mga paper X fan to.
team.
Ito. Paper X fan to. Tingnan niyo kung sino siya. Ito, yan, kita niyo. Kita niyo yung palakpak na yun? Kita niyo.
An incredible run for this team. It started off in near tragedy, but here they stand today as your champion.
Ganyan din tayo yan.
Copenhagen.
Congrats, Lods.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Tamang pigati yung palakpak.
Standing by. Congratulations. Now we get to do this for real.
Tamang pigati.
I'm feeling fucking amazing. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my God.
I want to say something.
Natatawa ako na sa audience. Kita niyo mga nakatayo. Ayan. Kita niyo yan dito. Ulit. Yan yung babae.
They're taking over the world tonight, he says. Copenhagen, we're going champions, and we're doing it again. Doing it again, love it, man. Sugetsu, you had the final 2 kills. You weren't even here at the start of this tournament. How does it feel to just do it all?
To be honest, I have no words. I didn't even trust. Also,
no.
Maghanap ulit tayo ng paper expand.
Thank you to Cider with Musket to help in our team. Also, they did much.
Naghanap ako ng paper expands.
Shout out to Cider.
Na malungkot din.
Man, it used to be, you know, I just blown away every single time I see you play, and now you're here today. You're a champion. It must
Spot
feel
the
like
paper
you're
expands,
right
guys. Spot the paper.
Para nosotros. Love it. Angel, you and I stand on this stage, probably the oldest people here, but yet you are a champion, and I'm just some schmuck interviewing you.
I can describe what it means to me, and I want to say thank you to everyone who came here, and especially to a guy with Ukrainian flag.
Sina Tarik gusto din ay paper X sina Tens gusto din manalo paper X
Ladies and gentlemen, the
mga NA guys. Yan nga si Xiao, grabe si Xiao. Xiao is the annoying person when you're playing competitive. Dali yung crowd ulit.
Guys, secret is like easy. I just wearing shorts in the grand final.
He wears
like short buff, guys, nothing else.
The key to success is to show them legs, baby. Show them legs. And finally, our coach, Doom Bros, your first LAN, and you are a coach of champions. How does it feel, brother?
Tired, but good.
Are you gonna take a good nap tonight?
I think I'm gonna sleep for maybe 1 month or something like this.
1 month slumber, baby, but don't sleep too long because you got champions to prepare for.
Thank everyone
Champions.
for
May
coming.
bundle kaya ulit.
Thank and Tarek for keeping me company after the matches.
And last thing, artists, I just want you to, just go ahead, have fun, play with the crowd, say something.
Listen.
Go for it.
Yan na maghanap na tayo ng paper expense.
A big after party, okay? Message me on Twitter, boys. There's a big one going on.
Okay, and Artist is paying.
Drinks it on me.
Artist is paying the whole thing.
Hanap, spot the paper expense.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Fun Plus Phoenix.
Yan. Spot. Ito, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ito, hindi na tumayo. Nagpo-phone na lang si Kuya. Si Kuya mo nag-phone na lang.
Let's go ahead, send it right back over to the desk to break down that incredible grand final.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much, Golden Boy.
Oh god, GG. GG
I waited
guys.
so long to
Tulog
say
na,
that
it's time
again.
to sleep.
So
It's
long.
almost 4 a.m.
It's been a
Oh,
long
yeah.
time.
But
It's
hold
been
on,
about
to be
8
honest,
months.
was it
NT.
Paper X? Was
Yeah,
that how it was?
NT APAC.
I'm from EMEA,
Sorry, I know,
Bola.
I know.
No,
It's called
I
cursing.
will say,
Okay.
I am also a very proud paper girl. We got to celebrate FPX, but who knew that Paper X are going to take a team like FPX
GG,
all the
GG
way
guys.
to map
Tulog
5
na tayo,
and do
tulog
that?
na ako.
That's
Good
an incredible
night, good
matchup
night.
that we just had
GG,
yesterday. I sat here,
Guido,
it started map
Mix,
number 5, I turned to you
Joppo,
on, I said,
Gilbert,
what a pleasure it is to sit here at
Richmond,
the first
Brian,
audience of the first grand finals
Bot,
we've
Oscar,
ever had with
James,
an audience.
Kiana,
And they
if
bring us
nandyan
to
ka
a map
pa,
5,
Japet,
we go the half, and it
Alexis,
goes the distance, and I say to myself, I couldn't ask for a better matchup. That is two
RJ,
teams
sino pa
that
lang
fought
dyan?
tooth and nail
Fred,
to be
good
some of the
night,
best teams in the world.
guys.
And also, I gotta say, we heard that in the Verizon post-match
So, yung
interview with Golden
malungkot,
Boy, just how much
bye-bye.
this all means to them and how much individually, differently. You know, Angel has won quite a few tournaments,